Now it's time to see who has the heart.
If you put your effort and concentration into playing to your potential to be the best that you can be, I don't care what the scoreboard says at the end of the game, in my book, we're going to be winners.
This is your time. Now go out there and take it.
Just stay out of my way, or you'll pay. Listen to what I say.
How about I just go eat some hay? I can make things out of clay and lay by the bay. I just may. What do you say?
Welcome to Applebee's Tailgate Talk, live from Applebee's Neighborhood Grill on Highway 72 East in Athens, just off I-65. Don't go away. Applebee's Tailgate Talk is next. Come see all your friends at Applebee's in Athens, Highway 72 West, just off I-65. 12 minutes guaranteed or it's free, Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. 7 items to choose from. Can't make it for lunch? Visit them for happy hour, 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. or late night. Half-price appetizers with beverage purchase, 6 appetizers to choose from. One of your favorite teams is sure to be playing on the big screen, too. See you tomorrow at Applebee's Neighborhood Grill, Highway 72 Athens, just off I-65.
Home security is not what it used to be. With Secure Connect and smart home integration features, you can unlock your doors and turn off your alarm from your smart home app. No more hiding a key under a rock. Get Secure Connect and live life connected. Call Ardmore Telephone Company at 800-830-9946 to secure your home today.
Daly & Son Car Care is Ardmore's only one-stop auto repair and tire shop. Whether it's major mechanic or brake work or routine maintenance like an oil change or lube job, Daly & Son Car Care has been satisfying customers all over with their fast and friendly service. They're also your headquarters for quality Cooper tires. Stop by and see Wayne, Nikki, or Dale at 25600 Main Street in Ardmore, Tennessee, or call them at 931-427-4651. They're on Facebook, too. Daly & Son Car Care, open Monday through Friday, 7:30 till 5, and Saturday, 7:30 till noon. When things go wrong, State Farm is here to help life go right. And Agent Michael Howell is the one who can help get things back on track. See Michael for your auto, home, life, health, property, and business insurance, and be ready for those unexpected twists that life throws at you. Ask about banking and annuities, too. Call State Farm Agent Michael Howell at 232-5400. Visit him online at michaelhowell.net or go see him at 903 South Clinton Street in Athens. State Farm Agent Michael Howell. There when things go wrong, here to help life go right. Applebee's Tailgate Talk wants to recognize our local athletes, and you can help. Go to tailgatetalk.net throughout the school year to vote for the Applebee's Neighborhood Athlete of the Week. The winner receives a Tailgate Talk t-shirt from that shirt printing place. Submit your own nominations for future polls, too. While you're there, check out the Tailgate Talk archives and see what you might have missed. That's the Applebee's Neighborhood Athlete of the Week. Cast your vote today from Applebee's Neighborhood Grill and Tailgate Talk.
This is head football coach Jonathan Snyder of Ardmore High School, and you're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk.
Good Saturday morning, everyone. How you doing? I'm Tom McClung, old Tomcat here, and I'm happy to be back. How about y'all? Alongside Coach Clint Legg, Todd the Bod Tumble, producer extraordinaire Tim Lambert. Yeah, we okay? Okay. We got alongside with us hosting as well this morning, Caleb Suggs, the Decatur Daily sportswriter. Looking forward to hearing all of his stuff, some year in review stuff. I'm sorry to be so excited this morning, man. I'm just glad to be home. I see what you're doing now. Glad to be here. Look for us on Facebook at Applebee's Tailgate Talk and on Instagram or Twitter at Tailgate Talk AL. Visit us online at tailgatetalk.net to get scores and archives of past shows. You can also vote on this week's Athlete of the Week poll and enter nominations for future polls as well as find the links to download the PAS Plus app for your Android or iOS devices. Follow the Tailgate Talk podcast on iTunes, Amazon, Pandora, iHeart, Google, and other popular platforms. Hear us on your Alexa device by saying, Alexa, open PAS Plus. Call or text us during the show at 256-8121-TGT. That's area code 256-812-1848. Our call-in guests come in via the First National Bank hotline, making communities great. The special guest segment is sponsored by Yellowhammer Roofing, which will be moving to their new location on Highway 72. by January 20th.
Nice. Good for them.
Get out of the little place across from Isom's Orchard there.
Man,
get down to
always better.
The big building down there, just I believe it's
what used to be Old Butler Furniture.
Old Butler
I wondered
Furniture.
who was moving in there.
That's Yellowhammer.
I was going to put in a wrestling ring and start having wrestling. Clint, Coach Leg.
I gotcha.
I guess they beat me to it.
Well,
good for them.
You still got that old place over there. That place.
VFW or whatever that was. Yeah.
So we're ready to get the party started, right?
That's right.
Get it started,
Can I
Coach.
just say
Turn it
this?
loose.
This has really been
loose.
bothering me. I can't wait to talk to all you guys about this. The opt-out of the bowl games, and this is what I'm saying.
Okay.
This is what I'm saying. I watched some bowl games. I watched the complaining Florida State Seminoles play with 16 guys over there in jerseys watching.
Yep.
I watched Tennessee play, and I watched Joe Milton stand over there on the sideline and watch another guy who's better than him, by the way, win the game.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
But here's my deal, and y'all might disagree with me. But if I'm the head coach and you tell me in the week, Coach, I'm going to opt out, I'm okay. I'm good with that, man. I understand. You're getting ready for the draft.
Yeah.
You save your body. I'm cool with it, but go home.
Yeah, you're not coming
Go home.
to the game.
You're not standing
You
over
don't
there
get
on
the
the side.
benefits
I think in all
of
these
being there.
in all these NIL deals, it's
Yeah,
got to
thank
be
you.
stipulated in
I
the
say you
fine
write
print.
it down. If you want to get
Nobody's
paid,
going to play in the bowl game if you
want to
wanna-
get paid.
if you want to get paid.
You sign right here, and you
Yeah.
will be in the bowl game. And what
Or
Martin
you
Harrison
will
Jr.
forfeit
did to Ohio State was even the
50%.
worst. He practiced with the freaking team all week long. Day before the game, went, nah, I'm sitting. So now what do you do as a coach? You've got all these, you've got your game plan in, and all of a sudden your main guy said, nah. It's just a joke. If you want to be treated like an adult, we're going to treat you like an adult.
Yeah,
And you hate that for the marginal players, that just maybe want to try to go to the NFL. They may or may not make it, but they feel like that's the only choice they got.
Yeah.
But
and I'm gonna go to the opposite end of that, Coach. I hear that we all hear this every year. These marginal bowl games, Army versus whoever, those little bowl games, they shouldn't even be played. Well, maybe so, but my daughter was 4 years at UAB, never got to go to a bowl game. They didn't go to a bowl game until Coach Clark got there. That's when they started winning. Coach, the guy was there for a while. But had Anna went to a bowl game with UAB and the marching band, what? I don't care where it would have been. My behind would have been there,
and I understand
and I would
that,
have loved it.
But at the same time, 6-6, and there was a 5-7 team that had to make the field.
Right.
No, do away with the poop bowls and the doo-doo bowls.
I like the poop and the doo-doos.
At least be 7-5 or something.
Yeah.
Well,
and that's it.
if they're going to this expanded playoff, I mean,
That's gonna
maybe
take care
they
of a
could
lot of
they could make some of these bowls. It might put more importance on some of them.
I don't know that good. I don't know.
But right now, as long as they got the money to pay for the bowls, they'll have those
Well, I mean,
bowls.
the sponsors, a bowl game is a private entity. We could have an Applebee's Tailgate Bowl if we were all millionaires.
Exactly.
And Caleb wanted to join us for Decatur Daily and throw in his millions of dollars. We could have our own bowl game.
That's right.
And that's why I've never understood how the NCAA ever got away with saying, no, we're banning you from a bowl game. I gave him a middle finger and said, well, I don't know. It's between us and this private entity that asked us to appear in their private, business deal.
Well, I think the good thing with opt-outs, though, if there's like a silver lining there, and he mentioned it, like if I'm a Tennessee fan, I would have much rather seen Nico, whatever his last name is, than Milton. And I think there's some good things to that because it's a meaningless bowl game now with the playoff. They don't matter.
Right.
So you get to see these young players. So there's at least some
Coach
good
Nate's
to
just
that.
saying that all those that opt out shouldn't be able to get all the gear.
Sit in the bleachers,
all the nice
man.
food.
Don't stand
Don't stand on the side.
swag on the sideline.
No.
Hey, but here's what I'm going to tell you guys.
I agree.
My best friend from high school, John Moore, his son goes to Troy now, Brady. We got to go to the Birmingham Bowl to watch Troy play Duke. We went down there the night before, stayed in the motel beside the facility there, which is amazing, by the way, UAB's new stadium. It was as many people, and I'm going to say this from Troy, I was very surprised at the number of people that packed in that one side of the stadium. Now, Duke didn't bring a lot of people, but Troy did. And I'm saying this, I love football more than anything in this world. I wish we had 20 more bowl games to watch. Don't take them away. I'm still missing New Year's Eve with my dad, Raycon Sports, the Astro Bluebonnet Bowl, man. Remember them days? It wasn't but 2 or 3 on a day, and, man, it was like
I missed the Kelly Springfield Blue-Gray game, dude.
That's right.
Absolutely.
That's awesome.
Well, I tell you what,
Crampton Bowl.
great discussion, gentlemen. Are you ready, producer extraordinaire?
Yeah, I
Let's
guess so.
Toss it over to him for
Scores and more.
All righty, we had basketball last night. Athens boys beat Muscle Shoals 62-46, but the Lady Golden Eagles did not fare so well. They lost 55-33. It was East Limestone boys over Columbia 84-50. The Lady Indians came up short 43-38. West Limestone girls beat Randolph 48-20. Don't have a boys scored. Did a score make it home to you?
I don't know.
Okay.
No, my wife was with me last night, unfortunately. I'm just joking. Come on, man. Come on, man.
Where to get back?
All righty. Madison.
Where to get back?
Shardy knows.
Where to get back?
Jay's listening. He's already called her, so I know that's happening.
Ardmore got swept by Madison Academy. The boys 81-17, and the girls 55-52. So that was a close one there. Coming up in coming weeks, well, in a couple of 3 weeks, we will be live at Athens High with North Alabama Elite Wrestling. They're having their
that was fun.
tournament.
That was fun.
Going on, and the Chili Challenge is coming back.
Yes.
So we'll be there.
Awesome.
In April. So there you go. There.
More things Zach's missing, man.
One more thing for Miss Obama Zach on that one.
He was a judge in that thing.
Judge for that and the hot wings.
Chili Challenge.
Chili Challenge.
So that Scores and More brought to you by P4 Physical Therapy, delivering world-class outpatient care with a purpose. Visit them on Facebook or online at p4physicaltherapy.com.
All right.
Awesome.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was a great segment.
So Caleb is here with us.
Caleb is here with us.
He's going to be.
I wasn't sure of his schedule.
He's going to fill in the gaps with.
I'm not sure of it either.
With the. Well, then you're fitting right in.
Yes.
With top stories from 2023 from Athens Limestone County. I don't know if he you want to pass one along now, or
absolutely fill us in one. We got some time here, dude.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. There was a couple. No, for my mind always goes to if I'm thinking 2023 Clemens girls, the run that they made to the state finals, and it's so much fun because their head coach, Coach Childress, is such a goofball. I don't know. I mean, just anytime you talk to that guy, I tell people all the time, if you want a great coach, it doesn't even have to be about basketball. Just ask him, and he's going to tell you something insane. But no, that's really where my mind goes, because it was such a great run for them, and I think for a school that needed some success, because in that community really latched on to what they did and the run that they made, and it was a lot of fun. Going down to Wallace, they played Lauderdale County, and Coach Childress being from there and has a little bit of beef with him, and he was not shy at all
a little.
And hats off to Coach Legg for bringing him in, and saying that and knowing it.
Hey, that's brilliance, man. That's brilliance. See the horizon.
He was not shy at all about airing that out, and it makes for a great story. I loved it. But
shirts he wore on the sideline.
Don't get me started.
Still wears them, man.
When he was at Moulton, he wore an Elvis shirt.
I don't know if I've seen that one.
He's a huge Elvis fan, so he wore an Elvis shirt. And I just thought, well, he's a huge Elvis fan, so that's his thing. And then the first time I cover him at Clemens, he's got this huge horse on his shirt. And I'm like, what? You
just don't know.
You have to have a lot of guts to wear something like that, but that's this kind of guy he is.
Got him.
But when they beat Lauderdale County, I guess at Wallace, that was it was amazing. And went all the way to Birmingham State Finals, had the game won, and unfortunately they came back, and it sucked, but it was a great run. It's something to be proud of, and they're doing well again this year. But it was really cool to see that community just kind of wrap around and support that team. Big schools are always nice and everything, but when you see those small schools and have the success that they have in the community that just doesn't have much outside of sports, it's a lot of fun.
Absolutely. Yeah. Well, before we go to break, everybody put your hands together and wish the best for Dexter and Barry Pugh. His mother, Barbara Jean's, not doing good right now. The family and the friends. Barbara Jean's been in the school system for a long time. She was I call them guidance counselors, secretary at Reed Elementary when I was in the 6th grade. Know her, loved her forever.
Yeah, she's a good lady.
Dexter and Barry, we're praying for you and your family. Absolutely. Love you guys. It's time to take a break. We'll be right back. You're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk on WKAC, the Big 1080.
Hear Applebee's Tailgate Talk on your Alexa device by saying, Alexa, open PAS Plus, and hear it in crystal clear quality. Applebee's Tailgate Talk will be right back. Come see all your friends at Applebee's in Athens, Highway 72 West, just off I-65. 12 minutes guaranteed or it's free Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. 7 items to choose from. Can't make it for lunch? Visit them for happy hour, 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. or late night. Half-price appetizers with beverage purchase, 6 appetizers to choose from. One of your favorite teams is sure to be playing on the big screen, too. See you tomorrow at Applebee's Neighborhood Grill, Highway 72 Athens, just off I-65.
Your roof is the first line of defense for your home. Do you have water stains on your ceiling? Paint peeling off your walls? Shingles missing? It's probably time for you to get your free roof inspection. Locally owned and operated, licensed, and insured. Yellowhammer Roofing is the Yellowhammer State hometown team. Yellowhammer Roofing. Let our family protect what's most important to you, your family. 256-232-1933 or online at yellowhammerroofing.com.
Now on a platform near you, the only year-round weekly podcast covering the Huntsville Havoc, the Wreakin' Havoc podcast. News, interviews, and more. Dropping every Thursday, we'll just reek of the Huntsville Havoc. Check us out on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and listen, follow, and subscribe on your favorite platform via the PAS Plus app and online at wreakinhavoc.com.
Welcome back to Applebee's Tailgate Talk, ladies and gentlemen. We've got him, the man, the myth, the legend, the guru of the SEC, calling in on the First National Bank Hotline, making communities great, Mr. A.P. Steadham. A.P., how are you doing, sir?
Hey, good morning, good morning. So glad to be in Applebee's Tailgate Talk, WKAC 1080 AM, Athens, Alabama.
I guess you're...
Somebody went out to California and lost their voice.
Where I was going, yeah.
That white stuff will mess you up sometimes. You got to be careful with it around the pretty girls there, AP.
The what stuff?
The white stuff.
White stuff.
You know what they do out in California, all that crazy stuff.
That stuff, okay.
He knows I'm teasing. Oh, man. I hope you feel okay.
Yeah, it was good. I had a great time being out there in California. I always have fun. And it was a sensational day, the Rose Bowl game and the parade, January 1st. The weather was around 65. I think it got to be 7 years, up in the 70s for the ball game, actually. That sun was shining bright.
I've never been to Pasadena or San Diego. I've been to L.A., and I'm not a fan of Los Angeles. I've seen the traffic.
Right.
But
right.
So my question real quick.
You go ahead and your question. And
real quick. And then we got to introduce Caleb to him.
Yeah, absolutely. Go ahead.
Did you get to see The Rock, Dwayne Johnson? He was there. He was probably back there somewhere where you were at.
I didn't see him. I sure didn't see him. But
man.
The Rock. Yeah, he's pretty popular. I know that.
Yeah. Well, could you smell what he was cooking at least?
Oh man.
No.
So we're going to introduce you to a special guest we've got today. His name's Caleb Suggs. He is the Decatur Daily sportswriter. So Caleb, Mr. A.P. Steadham.
Nice to meet you.
Hey Caleb, how are you?
I'm doing pretty well.
My pleasure.
Now, I'm going to give you a little advice. If you're ever on the sideline at the end of a football game and AP looks at you and just says, "Come on," go with it.
And he knows where to go.
He knows exactly where he's going.
Yep.
Well, I do have a question since you were out at Pasadena. I hear all these the national guys that are like, we need to play the national championship at the Rose Bowl every year. Right. But I hear people say that the stadium is kind of a dump. Is that true?
Well, it's not. It's not new, I can tell you that. And they have some trouble at the beginning of the game. They have thousands of people gathered up at different gates, and it's not smooth operationally. And then they ran out of some water, ran out of lemonade.
Wow.
It's a beautiful setting. Yes.
Well,
but for the people who are sitting up in the booth, that's a different perspective. If you're in the stands, it's not as easy, and you probably want to be at a different stadium, I would say.
One thing I would ask, too, is, with all the new modern stadiums we have, and I'm not a proponent of turf by any stretch, but man, that field seemed to be awful slippery and chopped up and stuff. I believe I read they had to they rolled it all out, and he wouldn't take or didn't do right, and they had to take all that up and roll it out again. That may have been some misinformation I read. I don't know, something to that effect. But anyway, did you notice?
Slippery.
Did it seem like the players on either or both teams were struggling with that?
Little bit slippery, I would say. Yes, I say that was happening during the ball game, but there's nothing you could do. You have to play the game.
You got to play on what you got under your feet.
They had the tarpaulin on it, but there was some slippery spots during the game.
Yeah.
SoFi Stadium is state of the art. It's really close by.
Yes. Yeah. Yes, it's right there.
Where my Raiders play, at the state of the art.
The
stadium.
Death Star.
That's where you play the national championship.
The Death Star.
If the Rose Bowl was probably built, in the 60s? It's definitely 70s. I know it was there in the 70s for sure.
Oh, it's earlier than that.
Maybe
yes,
50s?
That was the 110th Rose Bowl.
Oh, my God.
135 for the parade, I believe it is.
That's
They're
cool.
Gonna do that. Let's go to Oakland, Alameda, or Candlestick.
Candlestick with the earthquake.
Come on. I was watching that night.
I was too.
Awesome.
It's crazy. Hey, P, I'm going to throw some out at you that I saw on the video Coach Saban said. And he said Michigan, and you may have seen the video, Michigan was the first and only team they've played all year that actually huddled. And that's what give them a harder time. They couldn't. The guys on the field, he said, all they could do when they come out was they couldn't call a play. They could just call a defense for a formation. And
that's it.
And that's what
an advantage.
Yeah. So here's my question. Here's where I'm going with it. Do people like, I don't know, Kirby, Gus, or even Coach Freeze, do they say, look at that? That's what Michigan done to beat Bama, because you can't say they were stealing signs. Not in this game.
No, not in this game.
This season either way.
That stuff doesn't matter.
Do other coaches see this as a pattern and maybe come back
say
around?
Say it all again, man. I was in Todd's world. What would you just ask him? What happened?
Huddling. We've gone to no huddle, hurry up, no huddle offenses, but the huddle gave Bama problems during the game, according to Coach Saban. Now, does the game come back around to its first form, or does it stay no huddle?
I don't know. I mean, I don't know why he would have felt like it caused problems.
The freaking scheme and the play calling put Alabama in trouble. It ain't no dead gum huddling. And I disagree with Nick Saban.
Let me ask this, AP. First
let AP answer the question that I threw at him. Then you pop that back in.
Okay.
Right. Whether it was intentional or not, people are going to copy things that led to Michigan's victory. Maybe you don't do it the whole game. Maybe you just do it by the goal line. Right? All of a sudden,
that's possible.
No huddle. All of a sudden, goal line, you huddle, and you come out fast and snap the ball. They can't do anything about your play calling. So, there's parts of it that were probably employed by other teams, probably.
Okay. Go ahead, Todd.
My question was, do you feel like, that first half, defensively, especially on the Michigan side of the ball, it seemed like they were doing things that we were not prepared for. Maybe we had not seen, and Harbaugh put it in during that course of the month. I mean, they had 5 sacks, right, first quarter, I believe, or something to that effect. I mean, we could not block
first half. Right.
First half,
couldn't block them. The first couple of plays, they sacked them, right?
Yeah.
So right away, you said these guys can bring it from the edge. That's always my question when I'm watching Michigan play Alabama or Ohio State or a Big Ten team. But I think we can dispel that myth that's been on for decades about the SEC has the speed and Big Ten has the power. They both have power and speed. You don't get to that point without, we know Ohio State has, speed at the wide receiver position for years, All-Americans and great pros. And Michigan had enough speed, especially on the defensive side, to keep Alabama in check. And my premise for the game was, if Michigan contains Jalen Milroe enough, they will win. If they don't, Alabama has an edge and an advantage and probably win. Well, he had 112 yards rushing, net 63 because he was sacked 6 times for 49 yards lost. So you held him to 3 yards per carry, 63 yards. You did a great job defensively because we saw that Georgia couldn't do it.
No.
Their team was supposed to be loaded with speed, right?
No.
All types of talent. They couldn't do it. Why? Why couldn't Georgia do it?
Yeah, good point.
In the same light, guys, Georgia beats Michigan 3 touchdowns.
Oh, yeah, I agree.
Y'all looking at me sideways. Y'all looking at me sideways.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, Georgia is loaded.
Yeah, they might be, but they had their moment. It was their chance, and they couldn't beat Alabama.
Exactly.
And when you watch Michigan play, they have good balance on offense. They don't overwhelm you with superior talent. But I'm telling you one thing, that number 2, Blake Corum, in person, he is very impressive, much more than when you watch him on film. He can cut, he's stocky, and he's stout. He has good balance, and he has a burst through the line. And he caught that pass on the 4th and 2, scampered down the sideline for about 30, 40 yards for the penalty. Yeah.
I agree, AP, but I was also really bothered when they did the opening coin flip and one of their out linemen for Michigan walks out there with an old school neck brace on. I said, this guy's going to be a man. They whipped our, I'm going to say it nice, our butts up front, every play.
Both sides of the ball.
I totally agree. That's where we lost again.
Michigan's going to truck Washington, man. They're going to truck them by 17 points, I think.
I disagree.
I don't.
That later.
I think Washington wears them out. I do. I think Washington wears them out. I don't know.
I just want to make 2 points. Dallas Turner and the other edge rusher for Alabama, you didn't see them run wild against Michigan, right? They had 1 sack. Okay. I think Dallas got to him on the trick play, right? And he got rid of the ball, and the guy was down the sideline. All he had to do was just loft it in the air because the receiver was 15 yards open. And then as far as Washington and Michigan, let's remember now, psychologically, the Washington quarterback beat Michigan up, not the same team 2 or 3 years ago. So he has that in his mind that he can win against his team, and he has better talent at the wide receiver positions. Now, if Michigan is 2 for 11 on 3rd down against Washington, they give them all those opportunities with those receivers. It's tough to guard. You can guard 1 guy, 2 guys, 3 guys. That's tough to guard the entire game, those 3 receivers.
Yeah. I'm basing mine off of what Michigan done to Alabama when they were in man-to-man and how many sacks they got on Jalen Milroe.
Oh, yeah.
That's where I'm basing my prediction. If Penix is on his back, then he can't throw.
Well, Washington's offensive line won the Joe Moore Award.
That's right.
For the best offensive line.
Their line's not bad at all.
Yeah. I think it's great, Caleb.
Well,
but
it's
and also
49
Penix
sacks
get rid of the
versus
football.
11.
Yeah, that's right.
49 sacks versus 11 going into the playoffs. So Alabama ended up with 49 sacks. Milroe sacked 49 times with Alabama quarterback. Washington, their line, offensive line, 11 going into the playoffs. So that's a big difference. Yeah. And Penix is very good floating in that pocket. And like you say, he gets rid of that ball.
Yeah. And that's what everybody wants to say. Alabama's offensive line let them down. You can't hold a guy off for 10 seconds. Well, sometimes you got to catch and release. Catch and release. And AP.
Which their corners did a good job. I mean, it didn't seem like we had anybody open.
That's true.
But still, just throw the darn ball away, bro.
I mean, you run a 4-3. You can always take off and run the dead guy.
Yeah, I don't know. And another thing that was frustrating about that game, AP, was, crowd, man. They kind of gave us, with the muff punts and they tried to help us, and we never took advantage.
Yeah, they did. They did, yeah. They tried to help. They slipped up a few times on their special teams, missed the extra point, missed the field goal. The kicking game right there, right? 2 things, dropped a couple of punts. Yeah, Alabama had their chances. They just couldn't seem to, contain them in that fourth quarter drive. That was, okay, here it is. The money's on the table. Who wants it? And they drove the field at 4 minutes, 4th and 2. They ran the play, man, and they ran an exceptional play, right?
They did.
It just wasn't any play. It wasn't like by the skin of their teeth. I mean, guys wide open ran down the sideline for 40 yards before they had the block in the back.
Well, AP, we got to go, buddy. Tell us how we find you and Kelly.
Yeah, AP and Kelly, as we see it. You can check your local radio stations, but we also check our Facebook page. We always put up the schedule, and we're on Spotify and other platforms. We put that up like around 1 o'clock on Thursdays. People can listen, and we had a real great time. We had on Kurt Bowles last week from the Austin American Statesman, and we had on Angelique Shangelis from the Detroit News. So that was fun to talk with both of them about the championship games.
Awesome.
All right. Thanks, AP, buddy. Look forward to talking to you next week.
Take care, man.
Appreciate it. Thank you now.
Thank you.
Bye-bye now.
Our main man, AP Steadham. The First National Bank Hotline, making communities great. We'll be right back. You're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk on WKHC, the Big 1080.
P4 Physical Therapy is a new outpatient provider offering community-based care with a unique partnership model that allows them to consistently deliver world-class outpatient care, emphasizing personalized hands-on treatment. Whether it's orthopedic, physical, geriatric, or manual therapy, sports or neuro rehab, telehealth, or most any type of muscle or joint pain, P4 Physical Therapy promises to treat you with integrity, compassion, faithfulness, and selflessness. Locations in Athens, Huntsville, and Winfield, Alabama, as well as Fayetteville and Knoxville, Tennessee. Look for them on Facebook or online at p4physicaltherapy.com.
First National Bank is a name everyone in the community recognizes. We see it in our schools, in our parks, and in our homes. First National Bank is proud to help make our community great. I am First National Bank Student Advisory Board member Elijah Goins from Athens Bible School, and I love to help represent First National Bank in my community. First National Bank, making communities great.
Located at 1880 Highway 72 East and 321 South Jefferson Street in Athens. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Your roof is the first line of defense for your home. Do you have water stains on your ceiling, paint peeling off your walls, shingles missing? It's probably time for you to get your free roof inspection. Locally owned and operated, licensed, and insured, Yellowhammer Roofing is the Yellowhammer State hometown team. Yellowhammer Roofing, let our family protect what's most important to you, your family. 256-232-1933 or online at yellowhammerroofing.com.
Davis & Cole LLP in Athens has served the area assisting individuals and businesses with bookkeeping, tax preparation and filing, and routine accounting. Davis & Cole LLP, located at 105 South Marion Street. Open weekdays 9 to 5. Call 256-232-9994. Davis & Cole LLP.
Limestone Drug, located on the square in downtown Athens, is your local Health Mart pharmacy. As your local Health Mart pharmacy, Limestone Drug is locally owned and has a personal commitment to the community. Limestone Drug honors prescription drug plans, including Medicare. They accept flex spending cards and fill prescriptions in minutes, not hours. Limestone Drug knows there's nothing more important than your family's well-being. So shop Limestone Drug at 200 West Market Street in Athens, your local Health Mart pharmacy. Limestone Drug, caring for you and about you.
Bring a little caffeination inspiration to your next event with Travelin' Tom's Coffee of Athens. Turn up the heat in these cooler months with their signature products, including a full coffee menu, white chocolate mocha, lattes, frappes, energy drinks, lemonades, and teas. Travelin' Tom serves events of any size, concerts, neighborhood block parties, high school football games, you name it. Travelin' Tom's Coffee of Athens is sure to make any event a little sweeter. Visit Travelin' Tom's Coffee of Athens on Facebook or call them at 434-1734. Travelin' Tom's Coffee of Athens.
Be listening for Limestone County Area High School basketball this season from Play Action Sports. Hear coverage of girls and boys action from ABS, Ardmore, Clemens, East Limestone, Elkmont, James Clemens, Lindsay Lane, Tanner, and West Limestone online at pasnetwork.net on your Amazon Echo device or on your Play Action Sports app. Afterwards, you can download each game from the archives or stream it on demand. While you're there, check out our schedule of upcoming games. Limestone County Area High School basketball from Play Action Sports.
Hey everybody, this is former Auburn quarterback Ben Leard, and you are listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk.
Welcome back to Applebee's Tailgate Talk, ladies and gentlemen. Tom McClung here, old Tomcat, alongside Todd the Bod Tomlin, Coach Clint. Like, what you giggling about over in the middle of my introduction?
I love when you say Todd the Bod.
Producer extraordinaire Tim Lambert. Our special guest today, Caleb Suggs, Decatur Daily sports writer, is joining us, and we're going to shoot back to some year in review.
But real quick.
Let's
give Caleb the opportunity to tell us a little bit about himself.
Absolutely.
Where'd you go to school? How'd you get into sports journalism? And obviously, I'm Todd the Bod, because look at that aside. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
I'm from Hartsville. I went to Hartsville High School.
Okay.
I was on the 2011 state championship
There we
team.
go. Powerhouse every year.
I didn't play. I was a sophomore, but I have a ring, so it matters all the same.
I don't have one.
That's right.
Got into sports journalism by accident. The paper in Hartsville was looking for stringers, which is just like to cover some games, and I answered the ad and ended up getting hired. I was only 19 at the time.
Sounds like how we got in the radio.
So.
Speak for yourself. I'm a professional.
I'm sorry, Tom. I'm sorry, Caleb. Go ahead, man.
You're fine. Just kept working my way up, and finally, I guess here I am at Decatur. Don't have a degree in journalism.
That is phenomenal, Dave. And let me tell you something. And you and everybody prior to you has always done a wonderful job. I mean, we live in Limestone County, and I would dare say, I don't know, y'all may disagree, but for years I always go to Decatur Daily for Limestone County sports, and no reflection on our own page.
More times than not, I went for Auburn stuff. Yeah, Decatur rather than Huntsville.
Y'all do a phenomenal job, and hats off, man. Not even going to college for it and everything. And so, how old are you now, if you don't mind me asking? You're a young man.
I turned 28 on.
Look,
2 years older than you, Ty.
Yeah, 30. I'm 30 years old.
Yeah. I got a 1-year-old.
So wow! Congratulations. That's awesome, Dave.
But
I'm sorry. I just wanted you to be able to have that format to tell a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, it's not that interesting, but
yeah, it is too. That's very cool backstory, dude. Very cool. So, what do you think about just go back and you can start your year in review and maybe the next idea that you had?
Yeah. I'm looking at trying to think. I'm thinking about football season. Something that really caught my attention this year was Athens. I thought they had a great resurgence year, and I felt it going into the season. I thought they had all the tools in place, and it really started the first game against East Limestone. They pop a pass to Jay Sean Ridgel, who's just an amazing athlete. He's going to be a great player at Houston, and he takes it 75 yards and for a score, and it was just like that set the tone for the season.
Yeah.
And then 3 weeks into the season, I wrote a story about it. They were going for their first 3-0 start. It was since like the 06 championship team, which is amazing when you think about it. And that was a big deal to them. And they had they finished 8-3, lost in the first round of the playoffs. And I know it wasn't what they really wanted the way for it to end, but I thought it was a great year for them to kind of get back towards more of what you expect from Athens. And Brogan was our large school player of the year, and I thought he really deserved it. And they had several people that I thought deserved it. It could have easily been Ridgel too, and but Brogan. I mean, how many times in high school do you have a kid that throws for well over 2,000 yards passing these days? Yeah. Unless they're going to be a 5-star going to Alabama or Auburn, and he'll tell you that he had great players around him, and he did, Right. But it takes a good quarterback to be able to find, maximize the potential of those players. And
is he a junior or sophomore?
He's a junior, so he's still got a year. Now, obviously, he's not going to have Ridgel next year.
No, that'll hurt him.
So that's tough. You still got Spencer Dowling protecting your blind side. So that's. But yeah, I'm interested to see what he does next year. But
tell him, Clint, it's Dolan.
Is it Dolan?
Yeah, nobody. None of my Auburn guys that I follow and discuss will listen to me. It's Dolan. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Hey,
I'll
correct all Auburn fans then when they mispronounce it. But I don't need to know how to pronounce his name properly to know that man's a beast.
He is a beast.
That's right.
He is a beast,
and,
no doubt.
So the entire Athens offensive line was just massive. And their offense, that was one of the best high school offenses that I've seen in a while. I mean, they really put points on everybody, and I think they Look, they lost a couple games, had to go on the road the first round of the playoffs, so it stunk. But, it was a good season, and I think Coach Gross, even though they're losing some guys, I think they'll have a good year next year.
Yep. And you know about Coach Gross's background, right? All the championships he won at UNA and all that. Yeah. So it's in Brogan's blood, I guess,
Yeah, I asked him, I was like, well, who's the best quarterback in the family? I don't think, he's the dad, but I don't think he's ready to give up the title yet.
I'm sure.
Coach Gross has always been steady, man. Even in the lean, he's always worked through it and worked hard and worked those guys hard. And a good surrounding cast of dudes that help Coach Gross up there in Athens, and nice facilities at Athens. And like you said, man, his son did. But one of the unsung heroes who I think's, in my opinion, one of the best football players around here is John McIntyre.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
John's going to Chattanooga. It's so funny. His brother, Coach Childress' daughter is married to John's brother. Okay, so I asked him the other day, why Chattanooga? He signed at Chattanooga. 20 minutes later, UAB calls and offers him. That's where he wanted to go.
Really?
Full deal. And I said, man, that's been my luck throughout my life, And I said, but unbelievable. But John's a talent, Brogan's a talent, and Spencer, maybe he'll get his head cleared. He's in a fuzz right now. He's in a mire right now. He's committed to Auburn. I don't understand what he's thinking.
I don't know.
Who's this? Spencer?
Spencer.
Exactly where he's going.
His granddaddy's my neighbor.
Maybe orange and blue is his favorite colors or something. I don't know.
Watch it now.
He's a monster.
Spencer's listening to this, or his mom or dad won and taking notes. Listen, this is what Todd and Leg said.
Come to the dark side, son. Come to the dark side.
He's got some other. I mean, Auburn's going to be a great place for him, man. But Tennessee and Mississippi State, Ole Miss, all those guys have come in there and offered the kid. Man, good for him, man.
Yeah.
And I don't think people realize how good he's going to be. Obviously, people around here do, but like Auburn fans, from around the state, they look at his rating and think, well, he's a decent prospect. Maybe
he's only got 3 stars.
A development you got. Well, it don't matter.
That's what they see on paper.
Offensive lineman, it doesn't matter about the stars.
No, it doesn't.
It matters more about develop because a lot of these guys
coachable and all that. Yeah.
A lot of these guys that do that, all that, and I'm not saying they do a bad job, but they don't really. It's hard to evaluate offensive linemen. So he's going to be a guy that is going to make an impact at Auburn.
What got Spencer noticed? He was winning against the big boys in camps.
Exactly.
That'll do it.
Yeah. These big 5 stars coming in there and Spencer's beating them in camps. He's 6'9", he's a wrestler.
And
6'9"? I didn't realize he was that big.
Yeah.
He's I don't know if he's that big, but my brother-in-law is 6'9". He's a freaking monster. I don't know. Spencer's 6'6", 6'7". But I'm gonna say this too, Tom. Spencer's work ethic's got him to Auburn.
Oh yeah,
he works harder than anybody around, and that's just it. He's not trying to outwork. He's trying to outwork everybody. And that's got him where he is.
Well, that picture Tom posted next to him, he looks 6'9".
Every bit of it. Sitting there staring at it right there.
And in high school, you know how everything is. Like I was 5'9" or 5'10". Obviously I'm not 5'9" or 5'10".
I think that you mentioned his work ethic. I think that's just something that Gross has instilled in Athens. That feels like just their whole team is that way. Yeah. And that really goes back to the coaching. So another example of what Gross does.
And I'm going to tell you this too, man. The same way is the way Athens softball. That's their MO. I mean, Coach Barnes and now Coach Tedford's up there helping them as well, man. Coach Barnes works those girls to death. They got a heck of a work ethic with that too. So it's getting contagious there, man.
Hey, work ethic will breed a lot of success.
Yeah.
In life.
I'm glad he said
in
Hartselle.
life.
Have you guys ever been to O'Brien's in Hartselle?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, absolutely,
best, brother.
Absolutely.
How about Pizza Ed?
No, I've not been to Pizza. I've been to O'Brien's.
You need to try Pizza Ed too, Hartselle. Right, Kev?
Yeah, got some really good local restaurants in Hartselle.
Yep.
Cool.
I got 2 guys. Is he going to be Big C or is he going to be C Murder?
C Murder.
Okay.
All right, then. All right. I'm got it. I'm good. I'm down with you. You guys decide on the. I think
look like a C Murder.
One of you guys was. I think it was Coach Leg. No, it was producer extraordinaire that coined Todd the Bod.
I like it.
Yeah.
One Adam 12's
One
pretty
Adam
stuck
12
and
was
run with it, but that's pretty
stout, man.
Pretty good. C Murder, one of the No Limit homies from rap music back in the 90s.
Before Caleb's day.
Yeah. Some of you out there, if you know, you know.
That's right.
No Limit soldiers.
That's right, baby.
Soldier boy.
The crew.
It's time to take a break. We went straight in the ditch in like 2.5 seconds. I warned you about that, C Murder.
That's awesome. C Murder in the house.
It's time. We'll be right back, ladies and gentlemen. You're listening to Applebee's Tailgate, talking WKAC, the Big 1080.
Congratulations to Clemens Shikari Bailey, our Applebee's Neighborhood Athlete of the Week, and winner of a gift card from the Athens Applebee's and a Tailgate Talk t-shirt from that shirt printing place. Go to tailgatetalk.net and enter nominations for future polls. Applebee's Tailgate Talk will be right back. When you want to pay your propane bill, talk to someone face-to-face about a problem, or just get that security blanket feeling that your needs will be handled locally, where do you go? Local People's Gas in Athens or Ferguson LP Gas in Ardmore, that's where. Just call Local People's Gas at 230-3600 or Ferguson LP Gas at 423-3320, or drop by one of the offices and ask about their easy changeover plan. They'll treat you like you deserve to be treated and give you that security blanket feeling, knowing that someone is always close by 24/7, 365 days a year. Local People's Gas in Athens, 230-3600 or Ferguson LP Gas in Ardmore, 423-3320. Come see all your friends at Applebee's in Athens, Highway 72 West, just off I-65. 12 minutes guaranteed or it's free Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. 7 items to choose from. Can't make it for lunch? Visit them for happy hour, 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. or late night. Half-price appetizers with beverage purchase, 6 appetizers to choose from. One of your favorite teams is sure to be playing on the big screen, too. See you tomorrow at Applebee's Neighborhood Grill, Highway 72 Athens, just off I-65. While others have come and gone, the Lions Den Gym has been roaring as a workout and exercise fixture in Athens, growing from its humble basement beginnings in 1981 to their current 10,000 square foot location at 212 Commercial Drive in Athens. The Lions Den offers 24/7 access to their ever-expanding equipment collection that includes treadmills and climbers, elliptical trainers, stationary bikes, loose weights and dumbbells, and over 45 different weight machines. Contact the Lions Den Gym about a membership today at 256-652-2627. Visit them online at lionsdengym.com or on Facebook, the Lions Den Gym, 256-652-2627. Now that you've got that new place on the water, BP Riverworks can finish the picture with a boathouse, dock, or seawall. Call Barron Pugh at 251-200-2273 or Tracer Pugh at 256-206-7097. BP Riverworks, licensed and insured, 251-200-2273 or 256-206-7097.
He's got a push. Backed up 3. And he got it! Three-pointer at the buzzer to win it! Unbelievable!
Join Play Action Sports for another season of Calhoun basketball. You can hear live action from men's and women's teams streamed on the PAS Plus app on your Alexa device by saying Open PAS Plus or online at pasplus.net. Check out the online archives on the website or on your favorite podcast platform too. And listen for select games on Sundays at noon on WKAC Radio. Calhoun basketball from PAS Plus.
Hey, this is East Limestone baseball coach Adam Brown, and you're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk.
When you're born in this world, you're given a ticket to the freak show.
So you're a control freak?
It's just a freak show anyway.
Welcome back to Applebee's Tailgate Talk, ladies and gentlemen. And we've got him on the First National Bank hotline, making communities great. The Freak comes out at the morning sometimes, too. Welcome, Clay Coleman, Freak Daddy.
Hey, good morning. How are y'all?
We're good, man. How you doing?
I'm doing good. It's another Saturday in the world of running around all the world with wrestling and football and recovering from hockey last night and getting ready for another hockey game tonight.
That's fixing to say the hockey game.
So that hockey game tonight. Just announced.
Yeah, we do have a. Yeah, they've been here lately. I mean, it's now it will help a little bit that both Alabama and Auburn are not participating in anything.
Yeah.
So ticket sales had a pretty good spike for these two games. Normally, it would have been that big because somebody was still be playing, so people will be saving their energy. But yeah, two back-to-back nights with big, huge crowds, and it's just they're doing well as far as attendance, and I think playing wise they're good. I mean, Peoria is ranked number 2, but they came in last night and we beat them 3-0. But they're still in the same boat. They play the lesser teams all the time and get move up. It's every year. It's a broken record.
Same story, different page.
Yeah,
right?
kind of a weird game last night. I mean, no scores at the end of 1, 3-0. Huntsville at the end of 2, and then no scores again in the third, so he ends up 3-0. Havoc. Wilson had 30 saves, so obviously he did his job. Really, 30 shots isn't it's a lot, but it's not a ton of shots, so obviously the defense did a pretty good job.
10 a period, yeah.
Well, and one thing that's happening with this one, with that whole travel situation, is we played Peoria, 5 games in a row. So we're played last night, tonight, and then we'll go to their place next week for 3 games. So it's one of these things where it's like they may have been holding themselves a little bit back last night because, you're not going to want to give it all out in one night, knowing you got to play that same team again. And I talked to Glenn last night about it, and it stinks with the way they do the travel. But I mean, playing a team 5 times in a row is just not good because it's going to be
anger is going to happen.
Yeah, and the bad part I hate is that it's probably all going to spill over in Peoria, which is good for their fans because they're going to get to see a pretty crazy event. But it'll spill over. I think tonight will be a closer game. I think Peoria will come after. They're going to want to beat us at our place. But it'll be a good game. It's adult jersey night, so the giveaway night, which is always a huge night. So it should be another fun one at the Von Braun Center.
Well, they've already had the small dog races. The weenie dog race happened yet?
Yes. The wiener dog race is later on.
Yeah, I thought about Tom the night I saw it about a week or 2 ago.
It's crazy, man.
There was a biting incident with one dog.
Oh my gosh!
That actually bit 7 different staffers. So,
oh wow! I thought he was going to say he bit other dogs, which I would have loved, right? Because I'm going to win this race. But no, not when you're biting staffers. No, it's not cool.
Yeah, it was a long-haired dachshund, and I was like, "What are the rules? How many bites do you get before you get put down?" Like I didn't know how that would work.
Yeah, I mean that's when your owner's got to step up. It's not going to bite
the owner. That was bad. I'm not meaning to talk. I don't know the person, but I mean, it was almost like they had never taken the dog out in public before, and he wouldn't even return to them. And like I said, then some of our staff people were like, "Oh, we'll help out." They're just the little small dogs. No, don't do that. No. I think our the Zamboni guy, and our Havoc ticket guy, both it drew blood on both of them.
Wow.
So it was rough.
Holy smokes!
For the future, people, if you've got a cat or a little dog that's just growling at you, get a towel, wet it, put the towel over the dog, and then you can pick it up. It's not. Yeah. Don't put a dry towel out there. You need the extra weight of the water. Yeah.
If it had been towards me, I'd have been on TikTok because that would have been a field goal through the net. Von Braun Center.
Well, if the small dog's going to be biting, that definitely is going to eliminate the German Shepherd running night or dog night.
I wouldn't want to see German Shepherd night on the ice. No. They leave piles.
That would have been a roto-rooter pup out of play.
Right. The Zamboni driver, man, I ain't putting my piece of equipment out there on that ice now.
That's awesome.
Yeah, absolutely.
We talked about the anger spilling over. We do get Cole Reginato back tonight off suspension.
Yeah, and he, I don't want to. I'm not going to be a homer on this one because I don't think you really can. But I mean, that fight he had. I mean, if it had been us and done, I mean, he took several good shots while the guy was turtling down on the ice. So yeah, it was not. He should have done that. So yeah, it's. But he gets back. So hopefully, like I said, but with him, you're coming back off of a suspension, and then you come in and you got to face this team 4 times. So you want to save some of the fighting for you need it, but
save your knuckles and your teeth for a little bit.
Yeah. Well, and absolutely. And the other guy starts the whole thing anyway, and they're. Yeah. They're the Roanoke announcer. He's a good announcer as far as announcing goes, but man, he was whiny the whole after that. Just harped on it the whole night.
Well, and they got to realize. I mean, they look at these guys like. I mean, you're not knocking our guys. You're going to have some, but I mean, it takes a special person to be in this minor league hockey. It goes back to the to the foil up kind of thing. I mean, there's some of that mentality still. They're bruisers, and some of them are going to, scrap more than most. And I said, somebody hits you right in the chest with a stick, you're going to go after them. And then when you're in the heat of it, and then that person drops down, and you're like, hey, you're going to hit me, and then you're going to turtle and not act like you're going to do anything. Well, then next thing you know, it was all right. Well, I'm just going to pound your head from behind while you're laying on the ice. That wasn't the right move, but it looked good.
Yeah, and the other guy gets nothing.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of the way it always happens, though, isn't it?
I guess he got a penalty out of it, but no suspension. No.
Cole will have a good YouTube video to show his kids one day. Yeah. This is what your dad will do to you.
Years ago, when it was Years ago when it was the Huntsville Blast, Todd Daugherty. You know Todd by chance?
Yes, absolutely.
and I'm sure you remember this. I don't know if the other guys do, but he got in a huge fight. I think they were playing somewhere in St. Louis. I'm not sure where. He goes up in the stands.
Really?
Todd does. The player gets suspended for 30 games. I don't know how many it was. Anyway, they did this really cool thing, and I think at the time they were in the ECHL, and I'm sure it's against the rules now after what they did. But he comes back. They had a picture of the poster of him in the stands getting ready to pop a fan, and he was autographing them for $10. So, no, I've got one. But we were raising money to pay his fines. That's how he was able to pay his fines.
Well, no, I mean, they were auctioning off Cole's gloves.
Were they? Okay, perfect.
Yeah,
I figured the rules might have got changed. Like, no, you can't auction off stuff like that to pay for the man's fine. It's not like they're making that much money. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Especially back then.
But Todd's got a funny story. You know, Todd was an assistant coach with Gibby.
Yep.
And there was a team, I can't remember who the Havoc were playing, but Gibby, and you'll probably remember this incident when you hear it, but there was an incident where Gibby got thrown out of a game. And Todd ended up making some kind of comment to Gibby. I don't know the exact words, but it was kind of almost like, man, if you're going to get thrown out, it's got to be for more than that. And next thing we know, Gibby went to the locker room and came out with an armful of sticks and started throwing hockey sticks on the ice after he'd already been thrown out.
I can
so
see
he
that.
had a huge fine. But Dr. Todd has one that primed the pump on that to get Gibby fired up.
That's awesome.
But like I said, he'd been thrown out, and I don't know how many sticks Gibby threw on the ice.
I can see John doing that. For those that don't know, it was John Gibson who ended up the big coach later on. But yeah, I can see John doing that.
I wish I had known that earlier this week. We had him on the podcast this week.
Oh, man, you could have brought it up.
Shoot.
Yep.
Yeah, that's
awesome. I'd never heard that
That's a good
story.
one for Gibby.
Yeah.
There's a picture. I'll see if I can find it and I'll send it to y'all. But it's on Gibby's Facebook page or whatever, because it came up like one of those anniversaries not too long ago. And it's just literally you can see Todd standing there, and Gibby is coming from the back side of the bench from the locker room and throwing sticks on the ice. And I mean, like I said, it almost became like, you've seen those minor league baseball things where the coach just loses it and he's pulling up the plates and he's throwing dirt. That's exactly what it was like.
That's awesome. If you're going to get tossed, do it right. That's right.
Yeah, absolutely. It's if you're gonna, it's kind of like the Sinbad the comedian. He's like, if you stay out late and you come home, you better come home late bringing breakfast.
Well, are y'all? So is T-Bone wrestling today? Y'all?
He is. Yeah, today's the 7A Region 4 duels. It's at Bob Jones. So all of them are basically for seeding for sectionals. He's wrestled. They did Sparkman. He won his first match, and then Huntsville is probably one of the best wrestling teams in the state, and so they just finished up wrestling Huntsville, and he lost there. But I don't know who they wrestle next, but Bob Jones and Huntsville are just, they're top notch. But they've got waves of guys where like James Clemens may have, one wrestler in each weight class. They've got 2 or 3.
Yeah.
So they pick the best of the best, and they're really good. They got very good programs and good coaches.
Well, good luck to T-Bone and James
Absolutely,
Clemens
I will.
too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you. We're heading, and we'll be. Next week. I'll be in. Well, I'll still do the show, but I'll be on location in Las Vegas, Nevada. So
nice.
T-Bone's got a showcase out there for long snapping. So Thursday through Monday we'll be in Vegas. So.
Well, good deal. Y'all be safe traveling, and that's going to be awesome.
Yes, sir. At least flying this time, I'm smarter.
That's what I say. I hope you're not driving this time. It's a pretty long trip around the Grand Canyon.
Yes. I'm going to fly, so we're good.
Good. Well, brother, it's been great talking to you again. Y'all have safe travels,
Thanks,
and we'll talk to you next week.
Appreciate it. See y'all.
Take care.
Ladies and gentlemen, live on the First National Bank Hotline, making communities great. Our man of the hour, Clay Coleman, also known as Freak Daddy. It's time to take a break. You're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk on WKAC, the Big 1080.
Congratulations to Stephanie Bainey, Bobby Dempsey, Melinda Williams, and Crystal Miller, this week's Howl with the Havoc winners. They each pick up tickets to see the Huntsville Havoc in action this season. Go to tailgatetalk.net and enter your name, and you may be our next winner. Tailgate Talk will be right back. When things go wrong, State Farm is here to help life go right. And Agent Michael Howell is the one who can help get things back on track. See Michael for your auto, home, life, health, property, and business insurance, and be ready for those unexpected twists that life throws at you. Ask about banking and annuities, too. Call State Farm Agent Michael Howell at 232-5400. Visit him online at michaelhowell.net or go see him at 903 South Clinton Street in Athens. State Farm Agent Michael Howell. There when things go wrong, here to help life go right.
Home security is not what it used to be. With Secure Connect and smart home integration features, you can unlock your doors and turn off your alarm from your smart home app. No more hiding a key under a rock. Get Secure Connect and live life connected. Call Ardmore Telephone Company at 800-830-9946 to secure your home today.
Daly & Son Car Care is Ardmore's only one-stop auto repair and tire shop. Whether it's major mechanic or brake work or routine maintenance like an oil change or lube job, Daly & Son Car Care has been satisfying customers all over with their fast and friendly service. They're also your headquarters for quality Cooper tires. Stop by and see Wayne, Nikki, or Dale at 25600 Main Street in Ardmore, Tennessee, or call them at 931-427-4651. They're on Facebook, too. Daly & Son Car Care, open Monday through Friday, 7:30 till 5, and Saturday, 7:30 till noon. P4 Therapy is an outpatient provider offering community-based care with a unique partnership model that allows them to consistently deliver world-class outpatient care, emphasizing personalized hands-on treatment. Whether it's orthopedic, physical, geriatric, or manual therapy, sports or neuro rehab, telehealth, or most any type of muscle or joint pain, P4 Physical Therapy promises to treat you with integrity, compassion, faithfulness, and selflessness. Locations in northern Alabama and southern Tennessee. Look for them on Facebook or online at p4physicaltherapy.com. Come see all your friends at Applebee's in Athens, Highway 72 West, just off I-65. 12 minutes guaranteed or it's free Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. 7 items to choose from. Can't make it for lunch? Visit them for happy hour, 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. or late night. Half-price appetizers with beverage purchase, 6 appetizers to choose from. One of your favorite teams is sure to be playing on the big screen, too. See you tomorrow at Applebee's Neighborhood Grill, Highway 72 Athens, just off I-65. Now on a platform near you, the only year-round weekly podcast covering the Huntsville Havoc, the Freak Havoc podcast. News, interviews, and more. Dropping every Thursday, we'll just reek of the Huntsville Havoc. Check us out on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and listen, follow, and subscribe on your favorite platform via the PAS Plus app and online at wreakinhavoc.com.
Hey, this is David Rocker, former Auburn and Los Angeles Rams defensive tackle, and you're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk.
Hey, and welcome back to Applebee's Tailgate Talk, ladies and gentlemen. Tom McClung, old Tomcat, here alongside Todd the Bod Tomlin, producer extraordinaire Tim Lambert, and the coach, Clint Legg. And we're going to toss it over to Coach Legg for the introduction of our next guest.
Well, start off by saying a song. I was going to play it, and I can't get my thing. Make them say, na. Remember that one?
No.
Oh, God, come on.
It ain't Jesse's girl, dude.
I'm sorry. I'm a No Limit Homies, representing Mr. Cal, representing Fiend, Master P, none other than C Murder.
C Murder in the
Caleb Suggs, the Decatur Daily sports writer.
Awesome.
It's just getting nicknames heaped upon him this morning.
I don't have a clue what any of what you said was.
I'm sorry.
We do that to Adam Dodson, too. Don't feel bad. He's like, on Adam 12, what's that? It was a very popular television
stream it. You can find it on Hulu or something.
I watch it every day.
Yeah.
It comes on me too.
I've been watching Miami Vice, man. And back then it was cutting edge. Look at it. It's some of the stupidest mess.
Yeah. Well, back when we were all cheesy, I guess.
Petting Elvis the alligator. That alligator dry up if it lived on that boat, man. You just keep the thing wet every other 30 seconds.
So, Caleb,
I'm sorry. Back to you, Caleb.
Yeah, let's just get back
to
your year review and what you think you want to talk about next. There we go. Look,
that's C Murder.
I do know that song.
Okay.
I'm nervous now. I'm getting nervous. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Go ahead, Caleb.
There was so much that happened this year. It's kind of hard to think back and through all of it. I guess it
doesn't even have to be high school, dude. I mean, it can be anything that you want. NFL, NBA, Major League.
I could talk all about that stuff, but I don't guess I covered that. I know we got Jessica Thompson coming in today, East Limestone girls coach. They had a great year. I talked about Clemens earlier, but they had a great year last year too. They went to Wallace and I forgot who they played. It was a really good team. Gave them all they could handle. Team that went on to Birmingham, really good team. They had a player last year, Shauna Fletcher. She I'm young, so I don't know, but she might be the only Decatur Daily Player of the Year we ever had to get it twice with two different schools. She was at Tanner, was a great player there, won our Player of the Year, and then she goes to East Limestone.
That could very well be true. I mean,
I'm trying to.
I'm saying it 100% is.
Yeah, I mean, I can't. Even consider who else it could have been. That's pretty cool. I'm glad you brought that up.
Yeah, and it really shows the impact that she had. I mean, she went over there to East Limestone and had a great year. She's a great player.
Yeah, and playing against higher level competition as well. It shows you that that she just wasn't dominating. Class 2A or whatever.
She was a great player.
Yeah, absolutely, she was.
And
did she sign with UAH? Or am I dreaming that?
She signed. Okay, so.
No, you're thinking about
other girl. Yeah.
Girls from East Limestone. Gyra, thank you.
Yeah, Gyra.
I think she is too, though. I think Todd's right.
She signed with. I can't remember. So it's funny because
Coach lost your spit screen.
When we did the first Player of the Year when she was at Tanner, I put in there that she was an Alabama A&M commit, and I don't know if I dreamed that or what, but her dad calls me like the day that the article goes, and he's like, she's not committed. He's like, the coaches that are worried, and I'm like, oh, I'm so sorry, I don't know where I got that from.
Jeez, bless you, man.
I'm like trying to apologize. I didn't mean to.
Sorry about that.
But
wow.
he was super nice, but it was like, oh goodness, I really didn't know where. I guess I dreamed it. I have no idea.
No, man, I'm sure somebody told you. I mean, you just wouldn't have just
I literally could have dreamed it. I come up with stuff all the time.
I think she is.
Well, and you hear a lot. You take in a lot of information from a lot of different schools as well. So,
but yeah, she was a great player, great kid. I don't know if you ever got a chance to talk to her.
I did a few times.
She
seemed like a really
really
young
good
lady.
kid. And then Coach Thompson was our Coach of the Year. She did a heck of a job, and she's still doing a heck of a job. I mean, they lost a Player of the Year, and they're still having a great season. Yeah. So that was really cool. I thought it was definitely something. A lot of great players in Limestone County. Yeah. I mean, really, and across not just basketball or football, baseball. Ray Anderson at Lindsay Lane was our baseball small school Player of the Year. I mean, he talk about a heck of an arm. So a lot of great players this year. Limestone County is always a fun place to cover.
Yeah. Now, obviously, you cover Limestone County, Morgan County. Do you go outside beyond those two?
Lawrence County's in our area too, but Moulton also has its own newspaper, which is where I used to work, and so a lot of times we leave the coverage up to them, unless it's postseason or something. But mostly Morgan County, Limestone County. Morgan County, Decatur had a new coach. Was going to have a new coach. That was some big breaking news yesterday. So a lot of stuff going on.
Just proving Todd's right.
Yeah, she did sign with UAH.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
Who's that?
Shauna.
Yeah, we were looking.
I knew it was one of the schools around here, but I wasn't sure.
Which is, tremendous school, obviously. Yeah. So it's local, and that's even better. And, what about Calhoun? Coming back with their programs and it's been a big deal too.
Bird Vinson, I had to make sure I got that right. She was at Hubbard when I first started working at the paper in Moulton. Okay. She was just coming off a state championship, so she's a great coach, and she's getting that program turned around fast.
Oh, my goodness, she is, man. She is so energetic and smart and great coach and just good eye for talent, and knows how to motivate, work them.
Yeah.
Man.
I used to always love interviewing her because you never knew what her hair was going to look like. She had all these great hairstyles, and she always had a different one.
She knows, and her being a great player herself and coming from a good program, Tanner, she knows exactly what to do. So.
I think so, man. But I think softball as well as Coach Stevens there in softball, and another Limestone County product is coaching volleyball at Calhoun. Jamie's, her
Jamie Freeman.
Mom and Dad went to Clemens. And they're doing a good job in that. So they're doing a good job of recruiting, recruiting local kids if they can play, So
they got a girl coming in. It was our player of the year in volleyball, actually, from Lawrence County, Ava Boyle. She had almost 800 kills this season by herself. She's going to be a heck of a player for them, and helping get that program turned around.
That's awesome.
You know, man, what's killing our kids in high school is the transfer portal. You take a kid like the one you just mentioned. We've got one at Clemens named Jaden Gilbert, who rushed for nearly 2,500 yards, who's waiting for all the transfer portal stuff to clear before he gets offers. And we had a school call the other day and asked me how many people's offered him. And I said, right now we've got about 2. He goes, that kid should have 20 offers. But it's the transfer portal, man.
Yeah.
It's killing them.
Yep. It's hard to determine what you need when you need it because they don't know until the kids jump in,
Talk about an amazing athlete, though. That guy is just insane.
He's unbelievable.
What he can do, and really, quarterback and running back, special teams. He was in consideration for all-state punter.
Wow.
Well, I mean, they called me yesterday. I talked to a coach from Bethel College, and he asked him, well, what's his position? So he played quarterback for us. I don't think that's it. He can play running back or slot receiver. He's the size of a great slot receiver. He can play corner, a little bit of corner, but I think his spot is slot receiver. That's what everybody's wanting him to do. It's kind of like Brady before him. Brady was really a fullback, tight end, middle linebacker dude. Had to play quarterback because we didn't have that guy. But we do got one waiting in the wings. I think it's going to be a quarterback-looking kid at Clemens, and very, very excited about him. He's in the 8th grade, but he's not good enough right now for me to mention what his name is. When he gets good, I'll mention his name. So I tell him that every day. I see him in the hallway. One of these days you're going to be special, just not right now.
It's not right now. You got to work and earn it, man.
Yeah,
it's like a nickname, man.
Yeah.
Knowing how much I like, when I first met Caleb, I like him. You just don't come in here and tell me this is my nickname. You earn a nickname.
You earn a nickname. That's right.
And you got to give it to him.
Well,
a nickname has to be bestowed on you by someone else.
That's right.
My buddy Mad Dog is who bestowed Tomcat on me.
That's right.
And that was 30 years ago.
I like that.
Yeah.
I really like that one. And Todd, to me, is always going to be Sergeant Lady Lee Parker of the State Patrol. If you know, you know.
Absolutely.
No, you know.
Just like I don't know who Ricky Hargrove is.
No.
No Beanie.
It's Beanie.
It's always been Beanie.
And we figured out, he told us how he got the nickname when he was a kid. He loved the Beanie Weenies, and that's what they call him, Beanie.
Unbelievable.
Hey, do you believe it?
I've got enough weenies in the beanies for me to like eating that stuff.
That's what you do is you get a can of Ainers and pour your beans.
Never.
Some good stuff, Coach. Come on, man.
Golly.
Now, Ken Fox from WKAC.
Let's go for
it. Yeah, okay, well, some folks call him Stucky, too.
Stucky.
I've heard it both. He's Gopher to me.
Yeah, and see, I've heard two different.
Pecan log?
I get two different stories. I get a different story from him than somebody else. Somebody else told me they called him Stucky because he got stuck somewhere in some tight space.
Oh my gosh!
And that's not what I'm hearing from him. So maybe he liked to. He says he liked to go to Stucky's. You know.
Hey, before I say that, man, it's awesome though how Applebee's always takes care of.
They
the
do. Thank y'all so much.
Clint's mother gave our one of our loyal listeners, Greg Miller, a nickname. You remember?
Miller Time. That's right.
Well,
my mom was good at that too. But thing about this is a great story about Ken. About 2 weeks ago, I'm walking out of my office and I see him over there pumping gas across the street at the store, and I yell as loud as I can, "Gopher!" He looks across there and he waves as hard as he can. And 5 minutes later, he called me and says, "Man, I've waited for years for somebody to be close enough to Clemens High School for somebody to yell and call me Gopher again." He goes, "Man, I appreciate you doing me like that." I said, "Man, anytime. You welcome anytime." I see Gophers a lot down there, about by the school, comes down by there a lot, so I see him a lot.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we just got some appetizers here from Applebee's, and they are smelling good. Now, you can get your very own appetizers. All you got to do is walk through that door, sit down, and there you go. There's a silverware, and order it from your fine waitress, and be sure you tip them when you get finished. It's time to take a break. You're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk on WKAC, the Big 1080.
Limestone Drug, located on the square in downtown Athens, is your local Health Mart pharmacy. As your local Health Mart pharmacy, Limestone Drug is locally owned and has a personal commitment to the community. Limestone Drug honors prescription drug plans, including Medicare. They accept flex spending cards and fill prescriptions in minutes, not hours. Limestone Drug knows there's nothing more important than your family's well-being. So shop Limestone Drug at 200 West Market Street in Athens, your local Health Mart pharmacy. Limestone Drug, caring for you and about you.
Bring a little caffeination inspiration to your next event with Travelin' Tom's Coffee of Athens. Turn up the heat in these cooler months with their signature products, including a full coffee menu, white chocolate mocha, lattes, frappes, energy drinks, lemonades, and teas. Travelin' Tom's serves events of any size, concerts, neighborhood block parties, high school football games, you name it. Travelin' Tom's Coffee of Athens is sure to make any event a little sweeter. Visit Travelin' Tom's Coffee of Athens on Facebook or call them at 434-1734. Travelin' Tom's Coffee of Athens.
If your place on the water needs some attention, call BP Riverworks. Boathouses, docks, seawalls, and repairs. Call Barron Pugh at 251-200-2273 or Tracer Pugh at 256-206-7097. BP Riverworks. Licensed and insured 251-200-2273 or 256-206-7097.
Davis & Cole LLP in Athens has served the area assisting individuals and businesses with bookkeeping, tax preparation and filing, and routine accounting. Davis & Cole LLP, located at 105 South Marion Street. Open weekdays 9 to 5. Call 256-232-9994. Davis & Cole LLP.
Your roof is the first line of defense for your home. Do you have water stains on your ceiling, paint peeling off your walls, shingles missing? It's probably time for you to get your free roof inspection. Locally owned and operated, licensed, and insured. Yellowhammer Roofing is the Yellowhammer State hometown team. Yellowhammer Roofing. Let our family protect what's most important to you, your family. 256-232-1933 or online at yellowhammerroofing.com.
Keep up with local school, travel, youth, and amateur sports throughout the week with the Play Action Sports Update. Listen weekday mornings at 7:30 and weekday afternoons at 1:30 and 3:30 as we bring you the latest scores, news, and announcements from Limestone County and surrounding communities. That's the Play Action Sports Update 3 times a day, Monday through Friday on 1080 WKAC.
Hey, I'm Cody Gross. I'm the head football coach at Athens High School, and you're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk.
Welcome back to Applebee's Tailgate Talk, ladies and gentlemen. Tom McClung here, old Tomcat, alongside Coach Clint Legg. Todd the Bod Tomlin, and producer extraordinaire Tim Lambert. C. Murder himself, Caleb Suggs, our special
these
guest.
two with us is going to know who C. Murder is.
You reckon?
I bet they better.
They're a little bit younger than me. I mean, of course, you're my age, but heck.
I'm not, Tom. I'm not as old as you.
Not as old? I appreciate that, man. But I tell you what, who we do have here in studio, live at Applebee's, and they'll be here for a little while, signing autographs and photographs a little bit later if you'd like to stop by. Jessica Thompson, head coach of the East Limestone Girls program, and Jake Moran, East Limestone Boys. Welcome to the show.
Hey, thank you for having us.
Thank you for coming in. Y'all got any questions for him?
First of all, you guys remember the county tournament starts in a couple of weeks at East Limestone, and I just hear through the grapevine that Jessica and Jake is going to have the best hospitality event that's ever been in the last 10 years. So come on, if you're a part of the media, or if you're a part of the, and listen, I'm going to say it for them because they're not going to say it. The hospitality room is meant to go get you something and get out, not sit down there and graze and be on the all hospitality room team. It ain't about that. Get you something and get out.
Now, would Bama Zach go in and get something and get out of it?
I'd slap Zach for staying too long in there, but he wouldn't. He'd definitely get a lot, but not
walking there, getting a plate full of barbecue weenies and
yeah, man, it's not designed to feed the whole family. Last year, man, we was feeding everybody's family. There's 20 kids. What are we doing?
Yeah.
I mean, it's not good, but I'm sorry. It's just something that them or Mr. Scott wouldn't say that I don't mind.
You don't work there, right?
I don't.
So we'll do like we usually do. Start ladies first. Coach Thompson, how are things going this year?
Hey, overall, they're going pretty well. We lost a lot last year and have a very young team. We started out pretty hot. We've kind of hit a few bumps in the road, but that's just kind of how the season goes, right? It's a marathon. It's not a sprint. Sometimes we feel like success is linear, but, there's going to be highs and lows. And, we dropped a few in the Christmas tournament, but we also played some pretty big powerhouses, a couple of 7A schools, played Deschler, kept it pretty close. Last night we came up short against Columbia, missed a lot of shots in the paint, but
those are frustrating.
Yeah, absolutely. But
are they using the glass, Coach? They're not using the glass, are they?
No,
Kids won't do it. Yeah. Coach Moran, I mean, don't be embarrassed. That's what that square's there for. Good grief.
Yeah. But
that's my tirade.
Backboard and free throws, man. There's no shame making a point with them.
That's right. 2 points, 2 points.
That's right.
Ugly or not.
Oh my God.
Hey man, and I know this from watching her team, man. They are real young, eighth graders.
I was gonna say 8th graders
everywhere, and we played up with a schedule trying to get better, and we played on some good teams, Good Hope, and up there in Tennessee we played Loretta. But I'm going to tell you, in Lauderdale County they played us good, but nobody's played us as good until the whistle as Jessica and the East did about a week or so ago. So every time I hear, like I heard, when somebody. I try to tell everybody at my house how good they're going to be soon and how good they're doing and how good of a job she does, and they're going to be okay. You just got to be patient. And then I'm all about firing a senior that's not doing anything and playing a young kid. It's just going to take some time to get them good, and she's doing a good job.
Yeah, absolutely.
Cool. Well, Coach Jake, how was things going with the boys? I saw a write-up where you guys won.
Yeah, we've been
Christmas, I believe.
We've been playing pretty well. We're on a hot streak right now, kind of hitting our stride, which is a good time to hit the stride you want to hit. So, pretty happy with where we're at. We got a big one coming up next Friday that determines a lot of stuff going forward. So, looking forward to that. Pretty happy with the work we've been putting in. Obviously, always trying to push and get better, and every game looking to get better, every practice. So, the guys are playing with confidence right now, getting after it. So, really looking forward to next Friday at MA.
Oh yeah, that will be a big game. Yeah.
Big game. Big game.
Now, do the girls play the same night?
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay.
We do. We play right before them. So right now, I think our area, we're all kind of tied up. We lost to Ardmore first round, but we beat MA, and then just checked the scores, and Madison Academy beat Ardmore last night. So
that's a little circle there, isn't it?
I mean, so hey, for us to be as young as we are and to be in the position that we're in, especially going into the second round of area, hey, I think it's anybody's game. So kind of puts us in a good spot, especially coming in this week. Hopefully we can have a good practice on Monday and kind of get rolling.
That's good. I'm sure y'all glad, I guess for the most part, except for the in-room stuff, but school's starting, you're getting back in a regular routine, practices are regular. It's tough, isn't it, during the Christmas breaks and getting the practices there. You want to give them time off, but at the same time, you still got to work.
Mm-hmm.
Did y'all have any trouble, getting them to buy into all that, or did all the kids on both teams work through it?
I'm opposite. I like it because your only focus that day is practice. You don't have to worry about, as a coach, you don't have to worry about work. Working all day and then practicing in the afternoon. Kids don't have school all day,
that makes sense.
In the classroom for 6-7 hours, whatever it is. Their only focus is coming in, putting in their best for the 2.5 hours we're there. So to me, those are the best practices.
Yeah, it's not
the
like
days that you don't have school, holidays.
Yeah.
Not like they were up before dawn feeding cattle and in the field baling hay, loading hay on the trailers.
Yeah. To me, our best days are the days that we're out for holidays or, out on vacation day, whatever it may be. Those are usually our best days of practice. So
the worst days are picture days.
Yes.
Oh, man.
We'll get our picture made and really suck at practice all day and stay there all day. But anyways, hey, once again is this. You hear who's in their area in basketball? Madison Academy.
Yeah.
5A basketball.
Yeah.
3A football.
Yeah, I know it.
We do what we want to do. And that's wrong.
Obviously.
Because we can't do that in the county, but they can. It makes it tough on our county, especially, they're more closer to it at East with 5A. But them playing 3A football was a joke, man. Because they had 12 of the best-looking kids I've ever seen play football for them. They were rolling, man. Well, they made a state championship.
You mentioned something about picture day being a bad day. And I have a story that kind of goes back to that very thing. So I went to East Limestone. I played for Coach Jimmy Drake.
Tallest guy on the floor.
Yeah, by far. By far.
It's about like my team this year.
Yeah. Well, actually, they're probably taller than me.
Okay.
I'm short. But anyway, picture day. I always wore my socks real low. I didn't wear them up to my knees. I played back in the 80s, and everybody wore them up. And I ain't wearing them.
Shorty shorts, man.
Yeah, you know.
Tall
anyway,
socks.
Jim's like, Coach Drake's like, pull your socks. I ain't pulling my socks up, Coach. No. You're going to pull your – anyway, we went to this long thing. I ended up running suicides before we had pictures made, and then it just brought the whole practice down. So you're right, Coach. He made everybody run because Todd wouldn't pull up his socks. So I about got beat up after practice.
I was fixing to say.
That's why you do those things, right, coaches? Right?
Yeah.
You got the other players got to hold everybody else accountable,
right,
and responsible. All right, that's the way we did it. I paid the price. What do you got coming up other than? Let's go back to the area. So Madison Academy, Ardmore.
That's it. 3-team area.
Okay, I thought it was a 4-team area for whatever reason.
This year.
Yeah, everything changes so much from every year or two. I have a hard time keeping up.
We got Ardmore on Tuesday at Ardmore, and then at MA on Friday, and then the following week is the county tournament. So those are
there's a lot of big stuff coming up for y'all. Yeah,
right before county tournament. So it'll be a pretty good 2 weeks of basketball coming up for us. So pretty excited about it. Put ourselves in a pretty good position to go out and have some good nights of basketball. As long as we take care of business, we'll kind of put ourselves in a good position going forward.
Well, you talked about the county tournament, and Coach Legg brought up the fact y'all are hosting it. Is that something y'all prefer? I mean, obviously it's home court, but at the same time, y'all are hosting it, so you've got all this other surrounding stuff. Unless y'all have a lot of other people to.
It's a lot of work. I'll put it that way. It's a lot of work.
So would you rather have possibly been at, wherever, Ardmore, Elkmont, wherever?
Yeah, I mean, it's good to get to host it. I'm not, complaining that. It's good to host on your own floor, have a gym full every night, but it is a lot of work. Yeah. So, and sometimes that can be more distracting than going and playing and stuff like that. So, it's one of those things. It's 50-50 for me. It's good to have it, but then it's a lot of work and a lot of distractions as well. So, I don't know how you feel about it.
Yeah, I mean, especially for your seniors, I have 3 seniors, and they're pretty excited about being at home, and potentially having a chance to win a county championship on their home court, their last time that they're ever going to play in the county. So it is exciting, but like you said, it can be a little distracting. There's just a lot of work that goes into it behind the scenes that, and of course now we're all trying to practice all of our teams, and we have one gym that's
completely
covered the whole time. So we're trying to, figure out schedules and all that, but I mean, that's just kind of part of it.
Yeah. So you are playing some in the old gym, Jake?
Just the first day they're doing middle school in the old gym, but after that it's all in the main gym, so that we have a gym to practice in.
That's right.
Yeah.
That'd really suck if you didn't, man.
Yeah, because that's what my biggest worry was. Where are we going to find time to practice? Because there's games every night, but luckily we're only doing the one day in both gyms all day, so the other nights we'll have at least one gym to share for practice.
That's good. Yeah, absolutely.
I'm going to say this, though, Todd and Jessica, I think, agree with me. I think the East Limestone boys, if they don't win the county championship, they don't win the area championship, they don't make it, it's coaching.
Absolutely, yeah.
Are you saying they got the better athletes?
I wouldn't put Coach Moran on the spot.
I love putting him. I've known Jake here since he was crawling, man. That's golly. He makes – a lot of people make me feel real old, which I agree I am. But, man, seeing Jake, it makes me feel real old. But, man, I love seeing dudes that I know grow up in it from here, doing good here, and they are. And, I mean, at the end of the day, I don't care how many good players you got, you still got to know how to handle them and coach them.
Yeah, and I'm going to be honest, when I heard you were coming to East when you first got hired, I was excited about it and happy about it, being a former East guy. And you've done really well. And you're going to continue to do well.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Got to get him a Cardinal suit, sport coat.
Sport coat.
There we go.
Jimmy Drake coat. I went out and bought one just for that reason. I saw them pictures in there with Jimmy in it. Yes, sir.
Oh, my God.
But I'm telling you, man, everybody's talking about keep saying about Jessica and the young kids. I hear in the buzz, well, the middle school, when you have to pull everybody up, that's the ones that suffer. That she's got 7th and 8th graders playing varsity.
Yeah.
Where some of these schools in the county load up their middle school, and we're beating everybody in middle school. Well, the good ones are playing JV, and
But you know what? That's how you have to do it. And my goodness, if they can all stay together and just continue to gel, it's going to be fun for the next 2, 3, 4 years for sure.
Yeah, nothing can take place of experience, right? And then they are getting so much experience this year, and not only are they up on the team, and they're playing significant minutes.
Yeah.
Last night we were down 8 or 9 with about 4 or 5 minutes to go, and I looked at my coaches on the bench, and I'm like, y'all realize we have 3 8th graders, a 9th grader, and a senior out there.
That's
and we went on like a 7-0 run late in the fourth quarter. So, that group, they expect to win. They're competitors. They're never going to hang their head and, get down on themselves. So,
a lot of that's reflection of you and your staff, though. I mean, it really is. I know you can't say that, but I will.
And I can say this. I was on the interview committee when we interviewed for girls basketball at East Limestone. When we interviewed these girls, it was some girls, that was both. But, when we interview people, first thing I look for is knowledge of the game, somebody fired up about doing what they do, and could they coach my girls? That's really big for me. And without a doubt, there's no shadow of a doubt, when Jessica walked in the room and said the first thing, I was all in for hiring Jessica, because I really liked what she said, her story, the way she talked about organizing practice. I knew she's a good coach. She is a good coach, and she sold me the first time I ever met her, so I know she's a good coach. And she's not paying me to say this.
She's handing you some of these mozzarella sticks after the interview's over with.
But I don't need that. But, man, I think East is in good hands with basketball.
Yeah, both of them.
These two guys have done a great job.
Yep.
I don't know about, baseball. I don't know about Adam Brown. I'm just joking. I love Coach Brown, too.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we've got to take a break. Thanks, Coach Jessica Thompson and Coach Jake Moran, East Limestone girls and boys coach, for joining us here in studio even.
Yeah, absolutely.
We didn't have to use the First National Bank Making Communities Great hotline this time.
Okay.
We actually got y'all in studio. And we want to say thank you again, and best of luck the rest of the year.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
It's time to take a break. Y'all are listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk on WKAC, the Big 1080.
You can help Limestone County student athletes by donating to the Bama Zach Memorial Scholarship. Send it in care of Garth Garris, 13833 Pinnacle Drive, Athens, Alabama 35613, or make it in person at First State Bank of the South at 1319 Highway 72 East in Athens. We'll be back with Tailgate Talk after this. Daly & Son Car Care is Ardmore's only one-stop auto repair and tire shop. Whether it's major mechanic or brake work or routine maintenance like an oil change or lube job, Daly & Son Car Care has been satisfying customers all over with their fast and friendly service. They're also your headquarters for quality Cooper tires. Stop by and see Wayne, Nikki, or Dale at 25600 Main Street in Ardmore, Tennessee, or call them at 931-427-4651. They're on Facebook, too. Daly & Son Car Care, open Monday through Friday, 7:30 till 5, and Saturday, 7:30 till noon.
This is First National Bank Student Advisory Board member Claire Holt from Athens Bible School, and I love First National Bank. They make it easy for me to balance school, work, and my social life. With convenient services like online banking, bill pay, and the mobile app, I can take care of my finances without having to worry. I can check my balance, transfer funds, and I was even able to deposit my paycheck from my phone. First National Bank, making communities great.
Located at 1880 Highway 72 East and 321 South Jefferson Street in Athens. Equal housing lender, member FDIC. Are you getting the propane service you deserve? At Ferguson LP Gas in Ardmore, you always get the most value for your dollar, professional gas personnel who make safety a high priority, and you can always get in touch with them any day of the year at any time. They accept Visa and MasterCard too. So if you're not happy with your present propane supplier, join the many who have made the switch. Give Ferguson LP Gas in Ardmore a call at 256-423-3320.
For screen printing, sign printing, banners, logo design, and more, look no further than That Shirt Printing Place. Located at 709 North Jefferson Street in Athens. Call 256-444-1827. That Shirt Printing Place. Visit them online at thatshirtprintingplacellc.com. Look for them on Facebook too. That Shirt Printing Place. 256-444-1927. That Shirt Printing Place.
Listen this basketball season as WKAC brings you action from the Athens High Golden Eagles. Join us for play-by-exciting play of varsity girls and boys games on our sports stream at WKAC1080.com. Tune in to WKAC and hear the replay each Saturday at noon, and then check it out on our website on demand. Athens High Golden Eagles basketball this season online at WKAC1080.com and on the air at 1080 WKAC.
Hi, this is Thomas Johnson, former wide receiver for the Auburn Tigers, also an author and an actor, and you are listening to Tailgate Talk.
Welcome back to Applebee's Tailgate Talk. Here, Tom McClung, Old Tomcat, alongside Clint Legg, the coach himself, Todd the Bod Tomlin, producer extraordinaire, Tim Lambert, Caleb Suggs, our special guest from Decatur Daily, sportswriter, now nicknamed C-Murder by Coach Legg over here. So are we continuing with this discussion? Do we have somebody else on the line? Is he on the line? Oh, she on the line. Coach Monica Maxwell of the James Clemens girls. Coach, I do apologize. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
We knew you were coming. I just didn't know you was on the phone at that particular time.
Yep, it's me. I'm sorry to disappoint.
No disappointment whatsoever. Didn't you hear the excitement in my voice when I saw your name on the phone? I was like, hey, we got Coach Maxwell here. We got to get you back in the studio here soon.
Hey, absolutely. I would love to.
There's some chicken nuggets here and some mozzarella sticks and what's left of a chicken quesadilla. Sorry, I've been munching on that one just a little bit.
Yeah. Well, Coach, I'm just going to be honest. I tried to find some information last night and just had a hard time finding the record and everything else. Tell us how the season's going.
We're shooting blind, Coach.
We're shooting blind, and I hate that. I really do.
Oh, no, it's fine.
So what's your record right now overall in the area?
I think, we haven't started area yet. I think we're 14 and 6.
Nice.
14 and 6. In the season.
Very nice.
And we opened up with area on Tuesday at Austin. So we're excited about that.
Okay, now who else in your area? Obviously Bob Jones.
Yeah, Bob Jones, Austin, and Florence.
Wow. Jeez. That's not hard at all.
Yeah, so not at all. It's a breeze.
Wow. Is it always that late in the season to play area? I don't know. Just seems like
yes.
Is it? Okay.
Well, some people, they start in December, and they'll do, I think, like a week or two in December, and then they'll finish out in January. But we could never come to an agreement in our meeting of trying to do that, to try to change it. So we've always just played ours in January.
Okay. Boy, that's a lot of high-pressure games every week when you do it that way, for sure. And then trying to get the practices in there to prepare for each of those teams,
Oh, absolutely. And that's always a difficulty in its own. So, but, we're used to it now. We've been doing this ever since I've been there, so it's nothing new.
I feel like you would rather play area games later in the season when you've had a chance to, hash things out and get your team ready, as opposed to early in the season when you may be still trying to figure things out.
Yeah, for sure. I guess it really just depends on what you like, how you work. For us, it's because this is the only thing I'm used to because, this is my first head coaching job. So, this is what I'm used to. So I think it would be if it was like anything else, I would probably just have to, obviously we would make good on all our stuff, but it would just be a little bit more difficult to get used to.
Yeah, and I would think that maybe early on, whether it's area or not, you would rather play the tougher teams anyway.
Early on. Absolutely.
Yeah, that just prepares you for the area.
Yeah,
and what you're fixing to face.
Exactly.
So, and then y'all always have a hard schedule, always. So I commend you for that. Even you might take a few losses out of the deal. That's how you get better is by playing those. Better teams, or at least, high-level teams. So, I'm not saying better, but high-level.
Absolutely. No, that's very true. That's very true.
Do you have some girls that are standing out in particular right now?
Absolutely.
Call some of them their names, and if you want to, and how they're contributing.
Okay. My point guard, Gabby Stigger, this is by far her best year. She has come into her own. She is scoring. She is facilitating. She's guarding her butt off. She's leading. She's one of our top 3 rebounders.
Really?
She is giving me everything she's got. So I'm very excited the way she is going into area.
Yeah, it's like her third year to start, isn't it?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, but if you knew Gabby, you could only love Gabby. She is a warrior at heart.
Yeah, I've seen her play several times, and she gets after it, absolutely. But to mention her being that high in the rebounding stat, that's unbelievable.
I mean, your point guard is not usually one of your higher rebounders.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, but Gabby, she does it. She does it all, literally.
Sounds
so. Yeah, but then I have one of my other guards, Deion Smith. She's one of my freshmen. She has, she's just got a gift, man. She's special. She knows when to take over. She knows when to play her role, and she's good. And obviously we have Jasmine Grisby, and shout out to Jazz and Gabby. They just got their first offer, so that's exciting.
Oh, awesome,
great.
Yeah. So, but Jazz is she's been stepping up after Christmas here, so we're excited. We're going in the area, and honestly, I think we're more prepared right now than I ever have been since I've been here. That's a testament to my players and my coaches. I mean, we're just as prepared as we can be. So we're excited to see how this year or this season with area takes us.
No, what was the young lady's name again? It's a freshman.
Deion Smith.
Yeah. So that's pretty impressive to be a freshman to be playing 7A basketball and contributing that much.
Right.
You really don't see that very often, do you? Across the board. I mean, maybe it happens more than I'm aware.
Right. I think it's you have one of those diamond in the rough, and I think Bob Jones had one, and we have one, and. Hoover, obviously, just but it comes a dime a dozen, honestly.
Yeah, that's awesome. It's nice to know she's gonna be around for a while, no doubt.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So who you got coming up next? And
we play RC Hatch today. Like actually, when I get off the phone with you, I have to go straight to the gym.
What are they? The Hornets? I don't even remember. What are they? What is RC Hatch? What's their mascot? I don't remember. Is it Hornets?
I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm actually not sure.
Purple and gold, baby. I remember that. Huh. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I was just curious.
Yeah. I'm sorry. The reason why we're playing them is because that's where Coach Sullivan went to school.
Yeah.
So they always, we always go there and back every year and try to make something out of that. And so they come to us today, and then we'll practice tomorrow and get ready for Austin on Tuesday.
So you've been down to their place once already, and y'all won that game, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
Of course.
I didn't mean to
say it like that.
Well, yeah, I thought you did, but then, I knew Coach Sullivan did because, they, him going back to his old alma mater there and beating him and getting his jersey retired, too, at the same time.
I give Frankie a lot of mess, but I'll tell you one thing. His city came out for him when we went down there. They really supported him, and that's always something great to see.
Well, Coach, you got Austin on Tuesday. They have a first-year head coach. How does that affect you? Not having that familiarity.
Honestly, I just think, and this is going to sound really cliche, and I hate it when my college coach used to say this. Like, I'm not really worried about them. I'm worried about us and what we do good, so we can do it well. And because at the end of the day, they have to stop us too. And we pride ourselves on defense, and we get a lot of our points off of defense. So, I've watched 5 or 6 films on them. I feel fairly confident in what we're going to do. But honestly, it's just about us and how we execute, what team of mine shows up.
Yeah, that's a great point, and I love that approach because, you need to review film for the other team and see what it is, how they do, and how they approach stuff. But at the same time, if you do what you're supposed to do and execute how and defend the way you can, that's all you got to worry about. You're right.
Absolutely.
Is that one of those things?
We try to emphasize that in practice too. So
sure.
Is that one of those things you thought you'd never say when you got to be a head coach?
Absolutely.
Kind of like a parent says,
I
"I'm never
like Mike
going to."
Morris every day.
Because I said so. I'm never going to say that to my children.
Absolutely. You start to understand why he used to say some of the things he said that used to irk your nerves. But
yep.
I found myself saying that more so every practice than I ever have.
That's great. Well, Coach, thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate it. You join us on the First National Bank Making Communities Great hotline. Got to get our sponsor in there a little bit. But
that's okay.
Absolutely. Coach Monica Maxwell, head coach of the James Clemens Jets girls basketball team. And wish you best in the area play. And come on back. Come in the studio here with us. We're staring at appetizers and chicken and cheese sticks and quesadillas. Be great to see you here. All right.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Coach Maxwell.
All right, y'all have a good day.
You too.
Good luck.
Bye.
And ladies and gentlemen, Coach Maxwell, Coach Monica Maxwell, James Clemens Jets girls. That's sometimes if you get too quick. James Clemens Jets girls. It's time to take a break. You're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk on WKAC, the Big 1080.
PASnetwork.net is your gateway to school, youth, and amateur sports from Play Action Sports, along with Calhoun Basketball, James Clemens Sports, and Applebee's Tailgate Talk from PAS Plus. We'll be back with more Applebee's Tailgate Talk after this.
Davis & Cole LLP in Athens has served the area assisting individuals and businesses with bookkeeping, tax preparation and filing, and routine accounting. Davis & Cole LLP, located at 105 South Marion Street. Open weekdays 9 to 5. Call 256-232-9994. Davis & Cole LLP.
If your place on the water needs some attention, call BP Riverworks. Boathouses, docks, seawalls, and repairs. Call Baron Pugh at 251-200-2273 or Tracer Pugh at 256-206-7097. BP Riverworks. Licensed and insured 251-200-2273 or 256-206-7097. When things go wrong, State Farm is here to help life go right. And Agent Michael Howell is the one who can help get things back on track. See Michael for your auto, home, life, health, property, and business insurance, and be ready for those unexpected twists that life throws at you. Ask about banking and annuities, too. Call State Farm Agent Michael Howell at 232-5400. Visit him online at michaelhowell.net or go see him at 903 South Clinton Street in Athens. State Farm Agent Michael Howell. There when things go wrong, here to help life go right. While others have come and gone, the Lions Den Gym has been roaring as a workout and exercise fixture in Athens, growing from its humble basement beginnings in 1981 to their current 10,000 square foot location at 212 Commercial Drive in Athens. The Lions Den offers 24/7 access to their ever-expanding equipment collection that includes treadmills and climbers, elliptical trainers, stationary bikes, loose weights and dumbbells, and over 45 different weight machines. Contact the Lions Den Gym about a membership today at 256-652-2627. Visit them online at lionsdengym.com or on Facebook. The Lions Den Gym, 256-652-2627. PASnetwork.net. It's now your gateway to the Play Action Sports Network. Whether it's Play Action Sports coverage of school, youth, and amateur sports from Athens and Limestone County, or Calhoun Basketball, James Clemens Sports, and Applebee's Tailgate Talk via PAS Plus. PASnetwork.net. Follow the links to download apps to hear live streams and podcasts, enable Alexa skills, or listen live on your computer. Covering Athens and Limestone County area sports, PASnetwork.net.
Hi, this is Athens girls basketball coach Freak Tucker, and you are listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk.
Welcome back to Applebee's Tailgate Talk, ladies and gentlemen, and I apologize if you hear smacking in the background, but these appetizers are just so good. Killers, man. And sometimes you get that cheese from that beautiful chicken quesadilla, and pour a little drizzle a little ranch on it. Or
I can eat them things all day long,
I know, man. Mozzarella sticks over there still with the marinara sauce. Just waiting to be dipped in the. There goes producer extraordinaire Tim Lambert. Now he has the volume button, so he can smack all he wants and chew and has full control of what we hear in our headsets and on the radio. Ladies and gentlemen, Tom McClung here, old Tomcat, alongside. I was about to say Tojo J. Vassar, but he's not joining us. Todd the Bod Tomlin, producer extraordinaire Tim Lambert. And I would say Coach Legg, but he's over yonder. He'll probably be back for the show. He's talking ball coaching. Our special guest with us, Sea Murder himself, Caleb Suggs, Decatur Daily sports writer. And like producer extraordinaire with a nickname like that, you've got to come back again another day, and we'll talk.
I'll think about it.
You think about it? All right, there you go.
Well, now, we've been talking the local sports here, and here lately, you guys have put out your all-area football teams, and several of our county kids made that list.
Oh, yeah. Well, like I said earlier, Brogan was our large school player of the year. And then, of course, all the other great Athens players that, McIntyre, John McIntyre, Jay Sean Riggle, Spencer Doland.
Yes, there you go.
Okay, Spencer Dolan. I mean, they were all a part of that. And then in our small school, Jaden Gilbert was first team, athlete, and Carl Parham and Skylar Townsend from Tanner. Tanner had a lot of great kids. Tanner was just a great year all around. I mean, that might have been the biggest story in Limestone County, just because when you think about, I mean, they had great coach and Lauren White, and then the basketball coach, the really good one. His name has just left my mind.
Chris Witt.
Yeah,
Chris Witt.
So it was there. So Lauren leaves, and then he leaves, and then they kind of went through some down years in football and basketball. And so to see them, the basketball team made the Elite Eight. Coach Dale Taylor did a great job, and it came close against Mars Hill, which went on, on to Birmingham. And so they had a great year, a rebound year for them. And then the football team with Coach Bonds, and I know he went out, but he went out with a good way. He brought that program back. And that meant a lot to that community. And I said that, about Clemens, but it really meant a lot to Tanner, because football, I mean, that's such a small community. And football and basketball, that's what they pride themselves on.
Yeah. And have for years.
And to be so successful, and then to have it, I mean, it really just dipped like crazy, and just all of a sudden. And so for them to get that back, and it was a big deal for them. And Tanner had some amazing players. Carl Parham and Skylar Townsend might have been one of the best 1-2 punches in the state.
A lot of speed.
A lot of
and size for their small skill.
Speed's just Tanner. I mean, even when they were going through some down years, I feel like they still had.
I wish you'd have been old enough to be back in the day when Tanner was so good in Hazelwood.
Oh my gosh!
And Cortland, they used to have battles that were just. I mean, people would come from everywhere.
To
these schools. Like East Limestone might have been playing so and so. Man, forget that. I'm going to watch Tanner Cortland.
That's what
that was what you did.
Pierre Goode came over with Hazelwood. That game.
Yeah, I grew up in Lawrence County. It's where all my family's from. So I hear all those stories, and it just makes me mad.
Gosh,
I didn't get to live through that.
It was, and who would ever thought it would have ended?
East and Tanner had some good games as well, man. Basketball, football,
especially basketball. Like when I played basketball in the '80s, it was Tanner, East, Clemens, and Athens.
And Athens were.
Which Athens was 4A. Back then it was only 4A.
But they were. Everybody was in the county tournament.
We were all ranked, and we always played. We played in the Christmas tournament.
Yeah, that's it. The Christmas tournament. Oh, my
some of the
gosh.
best games. We've had players come through here, sign scholarships left and right. Basketball's just, I don't know. It's just changed over the years. I don't know if it's because other kids are playing other sports, or I don't know. Everything's a dip.
Well, I'll say this about county tournaments. From what I've heard, they're just not. Most of them are not like they were.
No, standing room only back in the day.
Last year was my first time actually getting to go to the Limestone County tournament, and I thought it was a great atmosphere. Definitely one of the better ones that's still going, and I'm glad that people are still doing that, because those county, Brian rights and county right, it means something. Yeah. Some people want to back out because they think it don't mean anything these days, but I still think it's important.
And part of that change is now, with the schools and how, you got 1A all the way to 7A. Yeah. So back then, everybody was 2A. We were all equal, except for Bible school. It was also in the county tournament. They were 1A. But now you've got, East at 5A, and then you might have a Tanner at 2A. So you've got these disparities in classifications. But, man, it still doesn't matter, man. When it comes to that county tournament, man, you don't know who's going to win.
Still put your best 5 on the floor.
That's right.
So, the stories I've said today, those are just a few, but we had a lot of great ones out of Limestone County. And I got to give a shout out, even though it wasn't technically a story I did, but Reed Blankenship with my Eagles is having, definitely one of the best secondary players we have. And we don't have a lot of great ones right now, but he's one of the best. And hopefully he's kind of he's the glue back there. So I'm glad someone took a chance on him, a kid from West Limestone, because it's paying off right now.
I mean, I remember me and Tom, matter of fact, called a game at West Limestone years ago.
Yeah.
And he was quarterbacking. And every now and then he would line up at receiver, and he was playing safety. And we never had, this kid's going to the NFL. But we were like, well, this kid's definitely going to play at the next level.
Yeah. We knew he was going to college.
Right. And we just never could have imagined, that he's taking it this far. And we're all proud of him. And it's an amazing story,
Yeah, ever since that interception of Aaron Rodgers, he just kind of.
Oh, it'll be all right.
Oh, that hurt his feelings.
Yeah.
It sounds cliche.
Hey, Ron.
He works hard. his hard work is why he's a not undrafted free agent playing in the NFL.
Yeah, exactly.
Work ethic, man. Good parents, good work. That's what he is, man. All these first rounders, I can go through the list of those: Jamarcus Russell, Trent Richardson, Cam Newton, guys that just thought they were good, didn't work at it. And
now wait a minute. Cam
was
done well. Yeah, Cam was MVP.
Where's Cam at right now?
I'm talking about right now.
No.
I'm talking about where he was when he come into the league.
They're as sensitive about the Cam Newton as you were a while ago. And we're not going to say who that was. Todd was real sensitive, wasn't he, a while ago?
Yeah. Well, that's all right.
I wasn't sensitive.
Well, you can't put Cam Newton in with Trent Richardson and Jamarcus Russell when you're talking about NFL careers. I mean, he did win an MVP and play for a Super Bowl, while those other guys didn't do nothing.
But I'm saying this, too.
Yeah.
I'm saying this, too. Cam would have still been in the league if Cam would have been Cam and not listen to somebody thinking he's a pocket passer.
Yeah.
Cam is as good as Jalen Hurts.
No.
In my opinion.
Until Jalen wins well, Jalen did win a Heisman, didn't he?
No, he got second place.
Okay. Yeah. Now, I tell you what, if Cam had half the defense that Alabama had, there wouldn't have been no question about, even against Oregon, they'd have beat them by 2 touchdowns.
And I will say this: what always amazed me
about
the whole Cam Newton experience, for the lack of a better word, was how and I'm not saying this.
I'm not wired up.
I am fixing to get wired up. You got a 5-second delay on this show? I'm kidding. I'm not going to get that wired up.
We do at the station.
But I was always find it amazing that look what he's doing without one NFL lineman prospect. Blah blah blah. But you're watching the plays, and a lot of times the camera would be from behind. Wide, butt open holes that he was running through. Yeah. He was not being touched until linebacker.
No, he had a good offensive line. I'm talking about.
I know, but everybody in the media was like, "Look what he's doing." No, dude, you're not doing that on your own. Like, he didn't get hit until he got about 3-4 yards into the defense, and then by the time a man that big, that strong, and that fast hits you, you're not stopping him. No. I mean, he was very talented.
That was at best though a 7-5 team without him.
At best,
yeah.
Let's make this clear. Mississippi State's in that spot if he goes there instead of Auburn.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
He's that good of a player.
Yeah.
But he's also one of the best college players I've seen come to Alabama.
Yeah. And I agree with Clint. If he would have, in my mind, in our mind, if he had stayed with what he was doing, I mean, man, there was some years he was unstoppable.
One more year at Auburn, but everybody else was leaving.
I'm talking NFL. Yeah, if he just would have stayed with what he was doing, I mean, who was stopping him?
It's tough.
No. I mean,
it's tough when you take those beatings.
Well, when he's that, like Jalen is so much smaller, right? Like a beating is a beating, but a man that big, he was taking more of a beating. Like they didn't feel the speed and the size of those guys, from week to week are so much different than even in the SEC. Which, playing in the SEC prepared him for that. It did.
I didn't mean to go in that ditch, guys. I was just saying, isn't it amazing how the number of undrafted free agents make in NFL and number of first-round draft lottery picks that don't.
Yeah.
Well, that's why I don't pay any attention to 3, 4, 5-star, like you mentioned earlier, Caleb. Those people evaluating some of those players, especially linemen, when that's a really hard position to evaluate. A lot of times, you got a kid who's supposedly a 3-star, but then an Auburn or an Alabama or whoever starts talking to them, and all of a sudden now they're a 4-star. And then if they look like they're going to sign, now all of a sudden they're a 5-star. Yeah. Well, how'd that happen? I mean, just because certain schools are looking at them,
I like AP's take on it. AP's take on it is if they come out of college, would he pay money on them? Would he give money to them? That's it.
Well,
and he'll tell you straight up which ones he would or he would not, and he's right 99% of the time.
Yeah.
Cam got some bad wardrobe advice too.
I ain't gonna argue that. I ain't gonna argue. Cam's doing there. Cam. Yeah,
I don't know who
or that font thing he does when he texts or like.
I don't know
what that is. That's look that up. That's the pretty.
But he was exciting to watch. There's no question.
That's for sure.
I'll tell you what. I'm not going to say this a lot, but thank God for the Auburn guy that I've got on my team. He's our only weapon.
Legatron. Daniel Carlton, in case anybody.
But that's going to change. We're fixing to get Jim Harbaugh as our coach.
Yeah,
there you go.
Everybody's getting Jim Harbaugh.
Ladies and gentlemen, this has been a hoot. I've enjoyed it. We will be back next week live. Will we be here at Applebee's next week? Yes, we will. So no excuses. You know where we are. Come see us. Come look us up and order some good mozzarella sticks. And
we might even share.
We might share. Maybe. On behalf of Coach Clint Legg, Todd the Bod Tomlin, producer extraordinaire, and our newest special guest, Caleb Suggs, also known as
C-Murder.
We ain't got to go home. We ain't got to go home, but we got to get ourselves up out of here. We'll see you next week.
Home security is not what it used to be. With Secure Connect and smart home integration features, you can unlock your doors and turn off your alarm from your smart home app. No more hiding a key under a rock. Get Secure Connect and live life connected. Call Ardmore Telephone Company at 800-830-9946 to secure your home today.
Your roof is the first line of defense for your home. Do you have water stains on your ceiling, paint peeling off your walls, shingles missing? It's probably time for you to get your free roof inspection. Locally owned and operated, licensed, and insured, Yellowhammer Roofing is the Yellowhammer State hometown team. Yellowhammer Roofing. Let our family protect what's most important to you, your family. 256-232-1933 or online at yellowhammerroofing.com.
While others have come and gone, the Lions Den Gym has been roaring as a workout and exercise fixture in Athens, growing from its humble basement beginnings in 1981 to their current 10,000 square foot location at 212 Commercial Drive in Athens. The Lions Den offers 24/7 access to their ever-expanding equipment collection that includes treadmills and climbers, elliptical trainers, stationary bikes, loose weights and dumbbells, and over 45 different weight machines. Contact the Lions Den Gym about a membership today at 256-652-2627. Visit them online at lionsdengym.com or on Facebook. The Lions Den Gym, 256-652-2627. P4 Therapy is an outpatient provider offering community-based care with a unique partnership model that allows them to consistently deliver world-class outpatient care, emphasizing personalized hands-on treatment. Whether it's orthopedic, physical, geriatric, or manual therapy, sports or neuro rehab, telehealth, or most any type of muscle or joint pain, P4 Physical Therapy promises to treat you with integrity, compassion, faithfulness, and selflessness. Locations in northern Alabama and southern Tennessee. Look for them on Facebook or online at p4physicaltherapy.com. Applebee's Tailgate Talk wants to recognize our local athletes, and you can help. Go to tailgatetalk.net throughout the school year to vote for the Applebee's Neighborhood Athlete of the Week. The winner receives a Tailgate Talk t-shirt from that shirt printing place. Submit your own nominations for future polls, too. While you're there, check out the Tailgate Talk archives and see what you might have missed. That's the Applebee's Neighborhood Athlete of the Week. Cast your vote today from Applebee's Neighborhood Grill and Tailgate Talk. You've been listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk, live from Applebee's Neighborhood Grill on Highway 72 East in Athens, just off I-65. You can hear the archive of this and other shows online at tailgatetalk.net. Applebee's Tailgate Talk is a production of Play Action Sports on 1080 WKAC.